Hello, everyone. It is that time again. It is Mystery Titans Theater. My name is Travis Woloshin, and with me, as always, today is your friend and my friend, Johnny Hedgepeth. Johnny, how are you?
I'm doing good. I put together a show, pure mid 1980s territory wrestling.
And that was not so. That was not one of your trademark
Yeah, I
teases
was
off
gonna
the
say
top
this
there.
isn't a famous Johnny tease. If we're
Yeah.
getting an
Oh, no,
actual
this is no. This
Memphis
goes for a
episode.
while. This is Memphis, man. I was excited to know that this was coming up, and that voice you heard there is the Chief J historian, the Ken Burns of wrestling, the third brainbuster, Kelly T. Nelson. Kelly, how are you?
You can add two-time Lombardi
Two-time Lombardi Trophy champion. Yeah, we're still wearing the jersey.
I get a
Hasn't taken
ring.
it off since.
Trophy. It's getting a little funky. After
Yeah.
tonight, it's going in the closet until
Yeah.
the fall.
Awesome. Yeah, congrats. We're all in celebratory moods for a number of reasons, as we'll see later. But one of the reasons we're in celebratory moods is because returning today, we got to come up with a name for us by the end. I think by now, you guys, for the four of us, is voice of NEW, ASW, upcoming No Fate. That's exciting. Am I missing something?
365.
365.
Yeah, on the mainland.
Yeah, the man, your friend and mine, Matt P. Matt, what's up, buddy?
My boys, it's always a pleasure to be here. Been looking forward to this for I don't know how long. Whenever you ask me to come back, Travis. So good to be here with you guys.
Yeah, Matt. Now I watched all this and I was like blown away by this. And I don't know about weird, but I think you and I's definition of weird in wrestling is probably a little different because boy, that's not weird. Look at Lanny Poffo's fucking sack.
Oh,
Jesus Christ! Yeah, that was holy
For Paffa, that's
we should have known.
Yeah.
Poffo versus who here?
A young Tracy Smothers.
Oh wow, we've seen Smothers in strange context recently. He was on that Heat episode from a few weeks back.
Kevin's in the chat. Good to see you, Taro. Hope you're having a good.
Hey, Taro. So Matt, this
Saturday
is
night.
okay. So Memphis, the Memphis feed that went out in Tennessee, their legendary Saturday afternoon or morning show that was an hour and a half long and got the biggest ratings in the world. Most of the footage out there is the 1 hour version that got syndicated to the other markets. So there's few of just the full hour and a half Memphis show.
Yeah,
And that's what this is. It is out of control,
that's great.
weird and wild, and we get all the commercials.
And all the commercials. This is
Strap in.
gold.
Oh, the commercials are gonna be sick too.
Territory gold.
I was wondering why it was so long.
Yeah, they did 90 minutes every Saturday morning.
Live.
Yeah, live. And it
Crazy.
was at the peak, they had 80% of TVs in Memphis tuned in every
They had
Saturday morning.
Staples employees doing the refereeing, which is an interesting choice. You need a toner?
You noticed, just for Johnny's sake, they gave some close-ups to Lanny Poffo early on too.
Yes, yep.
Oh, yeah.
You noticed that right off
Yeah.
the start.
I love that his explanation apparently was when they talked about him sucking his own dick.
Yeah.
It wasn't that he was super hung, he was very flexible.
Yes,
Yeah.
supple is what Lord Al would always say.
I believe he referred to it as a good party trick. Is
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
he called it. Yeah.
Yes. There's a song called.
That's like one of Travis's kind of parties.
Yes, I found the perfect
the
poem by Leap and Lanny from his Wrestling with Rhyme book. We always like to bring it
nice.
out every once in a while. This is a poem he wrote called Inappropriate Behavior. With subjects such as nudity, there is no right or wrong, because taking off your clothes is not a sin. Right or wrong is not the issue when you let it all hang out. It's deciding what's appropriate or in. That's it. That is
My
weird.
mouth. In my mouth.
Now you got to throw the book like it's a frisbee.
Yes, yes.
I'm gonna wait for that.
Shatter one of my windows. I gotta go, guys. My wife is really upset.
Finally, she's had enough of your
No,
wrestling.
Yeah, apparently.
the camera swings over and she's holding her head. Yeah, so this is 1985 Memphis when Savage and Poffo were there and will not be much longer.
No, I was going to say near the end. What is this, April 85?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, they would both leave, I guess at the same time, right?
Travis, out of curiosity, did you happen to get that book from High Spots?
No, my friend sat friend of the show, Kelly, you
Mhm.
remember Sat, right? I don't know
Yeah.
if you, yeah, he found it for me secondhand. And what's amazing about that, he found it for me at just a store here. There's an inscription on the front that says, "To Michelle, a girl even prettier on the inside. Love, Lanny."
Oh,
So
amazing.
clearly it was a ring rat that he, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
kind of got to know
Christ.
on the inside.
So
Oh,
high spots ended up with cases upon cases of that book, and if
Yeah.
you went through and you bought their 10 for 20 or 10 for 30 wrestling books that they used to sell a little while back, it was a good chance that you ended up with that Lanny Poffo book. And a few of the cases that they had actually had signed copies by both Lanny and Macho Man,
Wow.
oh, nice.
which people were holding on to like gold until it was realized later on that Angelo Poffo had actually signed on behalf of both of them.
Hilarious.
Wrestling.
So yeah,
Interesting.
Oh,
Well,
here we
now I
go.
need to look at them to see if Michelle really did get to know Lanny. Was she tricked into having sex with Angelo
Angelo
Poffo?
Poffo.
Okay. Okay, for a split second, I thought the guy behind the counter was Kevin McDonald.
Mm,
Hey, what is this?
it's a Sprite
It's a
commercial.
Sprite
Right?
commercial.
I don't remember this.
No.
Neither do I.
That was the ref was Jerry Calhoun.
Yes.
Kevin telling us that he also worked for FedEx. So he's a working man with Staples as his third
Oh
job.
yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Right. See this Uncle Sam here? This is exactly how I feel about my country right now. This is current Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
He's a fucking wino.
He's smashed.
That's
It's-
funny because Trump's straight edge. He
Yeah.
doesn't touch the sauce or anything.
Yeah.
Can you see this? I
I think
can't.
that's the problem. Is there isn't enough drinking with the men in power.
Okay. Okay.
I
So
don't know what's his face loves ketamine quite a bit.
All right.
Uh,
That's
okay,
right.
so this Rolaids commercial, we will see this 37 times
Nice.
tonight.
Great.
All right, so
There's
Our
Tux
next
Newman for you there,
There-
Kev.
yeah, there's Tux Newman with the pretty young things, Coco Beware and Norvell Austin, and they've got they got leather whips. They're feuding with the fabulous ones. Yep. This is the greatest example of Lance Russell trying to just keep this show going and failing.
The only human with all the Muppets. Or Kermit the Frog
Yeah,
trying
it's
to keep...
Kermit, yeah.
Kermit.
But this is
I
a
love
great
the
show.
desk.
Yeah, this whole show has a running theme, and we'll see.
Come on.
Come
I
on,
love saying
Coco.
I love to say that. I got to say that 3 times in one segment with Kyle. Come on, Kyle.
So you're running this show has a running theme. So far we got Lanny Poffo's sack and we got leather whips. So
Well, it
I
does.
don't know,
Yes, and
I don't know if
well,
I'm looking
that-
forward to the rest of this.
Well, less sacks, more whipping.
That's an
There'll still
early
be plenty
title.
of sacks.
Yeah.
Plenty of sacks. SACS.
As many sacks as the Eagles got on Patrick
Plenty
Mahomes.
of sacks. All summer long. Okay, Kelly, that's gonna
Yeah.
be enough.
Oh yeah. I gotta milk
Insufferable.
this one for every
Yeah.
single.
I feel like we
Inch.
need to get that background and that desk for Gina Harms for every boom show.
Yeah.
going
Oh my
forward.
God. Yeah. Some version of it, anyways. This is
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh yeah,
Settle these guys down. What
Yeah.
are you asking?
The
What do
P-
you want?
the PYTs are out of control. They want the fabulous ones, and now they have to face the Battens, who are identical
batten down the
twin
hatches.
tag team.
Right. This is what Memphis TV specialized in, like the takeover
Yep.
portions, where
Right.
it was out of control. It was like a real, if it was happening for real, like you wouldn't have these neat segments.
Mhm.
These are angry wrestlers. This isn't supposed to be happening, but
Knock it off
Right.
with the belts.
It's also Memphis because they've got guys who, it's a very small roster, and you got some guys who are like, they're not jobbers, but they're bottom of the card, and there's a number of them, and they're there for that on a 12-man roster, basically. The Battens would be one of those
right.
teams.
I remember seeing their names in the mags. But I don't know if I've ever seen them wrestle.
Moose says Tux Newman, more like Chubby the Brain Heenan.
Oh, hey Kelly, you mentioned that you didn't recognize me without the pink suit earlier. I just
Yeah.
realized it's on the back of this chair.
Oh,
There you go. So
Nice.
nice.
Yeah, it was the showstopper.
Well, when you
I love how many people dressed up for that. That was great.
yeah, that was awesome. Well, when you show up for a wedding on Valentine's Day, it's kind of a
Mhm.
combination,
That was
right?
Extra nice
Usually
touch,
wear a
yeah.
suit and yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
my nephew just got home. He performed at CU in Boulder Night for the county honor band for
What instrument does he play?
trumpet.
Cool.
nice.
Ooh,
Oh.
Spike
There.
Pile
Boo!
Oh,
Driver.
there we go.
The match hasn't even started yet.
I
but
know,
you-
that's awesome. Just fucking up
That's
these
just-
drums. Now take him out of his back whips. They really got beef with Lance tonight.
Oh, this is the most frustrated I've ever seen Lance Russell, and I've watched a lot of Memphis.
Do you know who Vesta is in the chat? Matt, by any chance? They had to miss the boom show. Hey, thanks for joining us.
No. I
This
don't
is
know who
some
Vesta is.
interesting racial
But it
imagery.
sounds like they're a boom fan. Yes.
I'm sure
From
they'll let us
Memphis.
know. It's a fairly new account.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it leads to obviously a strap match,
country whipping match.
a country whipping match with the Fantastics.
Yeah. Yes. of
I
course.
mean, I'm sorry, the
the
Fabulous.
Fabs. Yeah. I'd like to see that match. I don't think I have.
Vesta is an anagram for
Well-
Steve. Very good, Moose. We're all.
Okay.
It's Johnny's nephew.
Yeah, hey. We will be okay. Not spoil anything, but we will be seeing footage of a PYT
Fabs match.
Fabs match later.
Right.
want to
That's in
love
the video description.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember the name of these two guys. They pretty much at the same level as the Battens, but again, not really jobbers because
No.
when they advertise we'll see it when they advertise the cards coming up. These guys are all in it. They're all advertised on the undercard. Memphis was like first time I actually got to watch Memphis when I was visiting my aunt. I didn't know who half of those people were.
Mm-hmm.
These people were not talked about in the magazines.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey, it's
Ta-da, whipping the white boys.
Stereo. The Moondog.
Yeah.
That looks
Hickory
good.
smokes last
You know what?
bacon.
I don't like bacon.
Oh,
Really?
that's great. There's a long time in my life when I was on your side. I will
Really?
say this. I will say this, Johnny. I've grown to like it, but I don't like go, oh, bacon is God's.
No.
creation." I like
No,
that.
when
I hate that people who use that as
I
like
know.
substitute for a personality.
Okay, now when I say hate it, it doesn't mean I think it's like tastes bad. I just don't like bacon. If I'm gonna have it with breakfast, I want
I've
it.
grown to love it.
I
I've
want
grown
it
to love
soft. I want it soft and rubbery. I hate crispy bacon.
Yes, the bacon pendulum swung too far, says Vesti. Bacon got overpushed.
Well, yeah, they
Yeah,
started
yeah.
getting put on
Yeah, there's
sweet
your-
things and stuff. That was
Right,
too
right.
much, yeah.
There's your second Rolaids ad,
On
by the way.
donuts.
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
and the Rolaids ad is about a frustrated.
We're gonna have a counter. We're gonna have a
editor.
counter on the bottom. I'll add that. Remind me, guys.
That's two. And you got to pay attention next time because there's a whole story going on in the background at this at the printer at a major metropolitan newspaper. Pam Dauber?
Ha. Kelly T. Nelson's wife.
Okay.
Oh, go Coach. Coach was married. Oh no, Dauber.
Oh,
was the-
Hey,
I got
here we
confused.
go.
I'm
Jim
confusing
Cotta, baby.
Daubers. I'm confusing Daubers.
Jim Cotta.
This was a movie?
You never heard of Jim Cotta? You've never
No.
seen Jim Cotta? Jim Cotta is one of the great bad movies.
Huh.
This guy, I can't remember his name, but he was an Olympian.
Looks like he can
Yeah, he
flip.
looks like he was, like a.
Lucky that all these poles are around.
Exactly. That's the
Gymnastics.
best part of the movie.
Yeah.
Everywhere he goes,
Gary
they-
Weintraub produced it.
dude. At one
Crazy.
point, there's an old
drinking
in the in the town square. There's an old pommel horse made out of stone. Just
Hilarious.
there.
Nice.
Oh, this
Highly
is-
recommend checking out Jim Cotta. It's great.
Very good, Moose. Jim Cotta was our president.
Moondog
Was our
Rex?
president from Georgia. He got in
okay,
trouble for
yeah.
his peanut farm. Jim Cotta. Rest in peace, Jim Cotta.
Okay, so So the Battens are fucking pissed because they got whipped. Look at my back. Look at this.
Look at these backs.
Look at these welts.
They're almost crying.
No,
It's
yes.
pretty funny.
No, everyone's just really upset tonight. That's one thing we've. Yeah, they are in tears.
They're practically in tears.
They're ashamed. My daughter was in the third row tonight. Just go. Like, what are you going to do now?
Yeah.
What do you want to accomplish? I think they're just blacked out from this whole experience.
Go collect your POs.
Did not
boys.
see that guy. Yeah.
So the Moondog here is Moondog Rex.
Yes.
Yeah.
The spot was in WWF.
Jerry
But then they would
Oski.
Kurt Thomas from Gymkhana was
Kurt
on the
Thomas, that's
gold
it.
medal winning team in the '84 Olympics. Oh, Matt, speaking of the Olympics, Matt, have you seen the museum at the Richmond Oval?
No, I've never
It's
been in.
awesome.
Is
It's
it?
awesome. I went with my school and we did a whole bunch of different stations, but the museum itself has like a ton of really great memorabilia, including a Stanley Cup that was awarded to the Calgary Flames owners. So I made sure to ask one of the students at our school, hey, go ask our principal, who's a big Canucks fan, why do they have a Stanley Cup up there for the Calgary Flames, but not for the Vancouver Canucks? And
That one for the Vancouver Millionaires.
Yeah, I said, and later I'm like, what did he ask you? And he tells me, I'm like, gee, I wonder who would have told him to ask you that.
Well, especially since there's a very contentious goal that year, right? In the playoff. Was that the Joel Otto goal? It was 89.
Yes,
89, yeah.
Game 7,
There you
first
go.
round.
Yeah.
Our friend Sean's, worst ever memory as a
Yes, he
hockey
still
fan.
insists it
Yeah.
was kicked in. Moose just said, hey, Travis, who won the Four Nations? I didn't see the ending. Don't worry, buddy.
Don't worry.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
I just realized you guys can see this in the background. This hasn't been touched since Boom on New Year's Eve when Kyle Fines drank. I think
Oh, yeah. Oh,
almost
man.
half the bottle.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fines post New Year's Eve was he was having a good time but he was like masking the pain, I think, a lot of because of from the beating he got at the end there.
Yeah,
That was
absolutely.
incredible. All-time
So
boom.
Kelly, have we seen Jerry-O?
Yeah, I know we have, but I can't remember.
We get so
Where?
many O's.
I think it
Very
was. Wasn't it against Macho Man?
Maybe. Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
from Memphis.
It was from Memphis. That's right.
I
So we had
think it was a
Jer-
Patreon pick, if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't it?
It was.
Or-
It
yeah.
was. So we got Barrio, Jerry-O.
Really nice elbows.
There was a few others.
Barry and Jerry should have been a team.
Jerry-O. Yeah, there was Jerry-O. Peggy-O.
Oh, my spine.
Oh, Travis, this is driving me nuts. Apparently, there was some big thing called Music Cares that I've never heard of that did this big ceremony honoring the dead.
Right. And Vampire Weekend was on it.
Yeah, but with a ton of bands doing covers. And I was looking at the set list going, this looks awesome. Where it's only in clips. I can't believe it's
Oh,
not
really?
out there.
What a drag. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and Vampire Weekend amongst a lot of others.
Kevin was with us when we watched him with Macho Man. Yeah.
And to bring it back to the show, I had jeans much like the Moondogs at many dead shows.
Good shows, especially with that extra
And
padding
a
in the
rope
back.
belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, rope dog, you got to have the rope belt.
Like they got a local soccer team in the front.
Yeah,
row
I know.
tonight.
Well, it's Memphis 85. They don't even know what soccer is. What are you talking about?
They don't look like bad. That doesn't look like a baseball team.
They didn't have an NASL team. In...
I know they might have.
These
You
are
know they
I
might
mean,
have.
they had a lot of teams. That was a
children. Yeah,
big league.
right.
That looks like a little league team to me. Look, who would know better than me, Travis? I could spot a little leaguer from a mile away. That sounds much worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
I coached little league.
Who's the guy who runs that date line to catch a predator? Is he watching right now?
Yeah. Me and Rob.
Yeah. Vesty. We still
Chris
don't know who
Hansen.
Vesty is.
Chris
Chris
Hansen.
Hansen.
Yeah.
He's gonna ask me. Yeah.
Hansen in the chat. That's who Evestev is. Or
Yeah,
whoever.
yeah. In the chat, it's gonna be. Just take a seat. Take a seat.
Shit, I've been exposed, says Vesty. Awesome. I love it.
Yep. Me and Rob Feinstein, wrestling's biggest creeps.
That's a bold statement.
Here's the thing, because I went to so many like I started going to Ring of Honor was when the Feinstein thing broke that weekend, my first show.
Yeah.
And he was out, but I went to Jersey All Pro shows as well, and he was welcome there with his merch stand.
Holy shit! Help me! Whip every
more
white wrestler
whiteys.
tonight. Yeah.
I'm gonna get me a shotgun and kill all the whiteys I see.
Moondogs. Yeah, he's.
Oh,
He's not really white because he's a moondog.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I'm one of you guys.
He's a half breed.
Jesus Christ.
But what there was
This is
Moondog
ridiculous,
Hawkins. That was was that King?
Man, what a
when they
great,
first came to WWF? WWF.
what a great running angle. You guys who just are fucking pissed off about something and are gonna fuck everything up for this whole.
Really taking it personal.
Why do they keep whipping us? Everyone's so sad about
You're
it.
next,
Yeah.
blonde boy.
And it's all it's all the loser white guy bottom of the card dudes. The heels they don't attack the heels. That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah. That's really funny. A good gimmick for an hour and a half of programming. For
Oh
sure.
well, it's just started.
That's what I figured.
Now then, add in
I know
Macho
the
Man.
rule. I know the rule of threes, man.
Well, how about it'll be like the Rolaids commercial. It's nothing but Rolaids and whips.
Rolaids and beatdowns.
Rolaids and
Yeah,
beatdowns.
right now we're tied at 2.
That's your title right there. That might be
Rolaids
the
and
title.
beat it down.
Rolaids and beatdowns.
That's the first contender. Maybe we might get an early winner.
Dr. D.
Dr.
Okay,
D
Ellen.
and then-
Dr. D. David Schultz. This is right after he
Right.
got
Yeah.
he fired,
Mhm.
and he's in
After the
Memphis
Stossel
briefly.
smack.
What do we got here?
We got Taco Bell.
His Taco Bell was around back then, eh?
We didn't have it where I lived in New Jersey. We did not have
Looks
Taco
pretty
Bell.
fresh. Look at that shredded cheese. Looks so exotic.
This is the most 80s
Eating a
commercial.
taco with a fork, was he? Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. Look how many. Those kids still had 2
Is
more to
this
eat
how you
after
eat
that.
it?
Oh yeah. Look at that. There's the 80s DJ.
I had 2 forks. Why does he have 2 forks? To play
You
the
hungry?
drums.
Okay. Hey, same reason I do when I eat. 2 hands.
Like they do in Mexico.
2 hands,
Like
2
2
forks.
forks.
I wish I had 2 mouths.
Makes sense.
Brothers gotta eat.
And we'll get our fair share
Trying
of,
to know who this mystery guy is.
of a rent to own ads. Every time we watch any old Southern wrestling, Matt, there's tons of rent to own appliance ads.
Oh, nice.
They know their audience.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect
It's
anything
like
else.
comic books in the 60s and 70s with the "Are you ashamed you didn't finish high school?"
Yeah,
ads in every-
or the Charles Atlas, or
yeah.
how Mac became a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beat it, punk.
Here, I'd hit you, but I'm afraid you'd dry up and shrivel and blow away.
Yes. Churches. Wow, churches still exists in my neighborhood. As a matter of fact,
Yeah,
my wife
there's-
loves churches.
Still
There's
got
a
a few
lot
of
of
those there.
churches in the.
Oh, here we go. This is
Vancouver
rent to
area.
own.
There we go.
There you go.
I'd be a fool not to
Oh,
get
man.
that giant television.
That
I just
TV.
need me and my 4 friends can carry it into my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our childhood TV was one of those giant, weighed a half a ton.
Yes, I had. We had
Televisions,
one
yeah.
too. That was doubled as a stand for pictures and
I hit my-
plants and everything.
We had it right next to the piano. I was
Free
swinging.
T-shirt. I want that T-shirt.
I was swinging between and hit my head on it and almost
All
killed
right.
myself.
Here we go.
Here we go. Turn this up a little bit,
Yeah.
please.
Don't say nothing to me, baby, right now. You say something right now.
He was with Tux then.
Oh yeah.
Southern heavyweight
I just got back from an off-Broadway production of Hair.
What do you think? What do you think?
Poor Lance is taking a.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I've never seen Lance take
Used
more
to
shit than in this episode.
Exhausted.
Do you know that he is still the Southern heavyweight wrestling champion? Do you know that I have the Southern
Jeff
Tag Team
Walton
heavyweight
was
champion?
Tux
And most
Newman's
of all,
real name
Jerry Lawler.
from LA.
Do you know
Part
Son
of
of
the
Bill
LA,
Walton.
LA territory for a long time.
at the Mid-South Coliseum. We will do this.
He started the Freddie
at the
Blassie
Mid-South
fan
Coliseum,
club in the
Jerry Lawler.
1960s.
We will do Lance Russell, man. You want to know something? What's going to happen?
Kev says this is the third rent to own, so some competing with Rolaids and whippings. Rolaids and whippings.
Coming to the Mid-South Coliseum, yeah. And Jerry Lawler, man, after it's all over, you're going to realize
Wow.
that you didn't want no part of
Look at that hookah shell necklace.
Lance
I
Russell.
love it.
Do you understand that?
Will you please?
Will you please?
I'm not telling you. I'm asking him. Please get him out. You better be ready. It's a 2 out of 3 fall match, Tux. That's one big.
That's tonight
Lawler's like a bad pitch.
on this show.
No,
Oh,
that's tonight at the Mid-South Coliseum, or next week at the Mid-South Coliseum, whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Won't save him from the champion. I'll tell you something, Lawler. You've got to tell these people the truth. We had you beat last Monday night.
I'm the Slim Shady. Yes, I'm the real Shady.
From your face. You were that close to going to the hospital and then.
I've grown to really appreciate Tux Newman ever since we started
Yeah.
seeing him.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
me
show.
too, man. I'd never heard of him.
This Monday night, we are going to be ready for you, Lawler.
Well, did he
No
do
matter
much
what
outside of
and
Memphis?
Lawler, I
Yeah,
came
he was.
here with the
He
big
bounced around
football
everywhere.
to get
I don't know
rid
if
of you.
in
various
in
places.
LA he was a manager too.
That's where we saw it. We saw him in LA the first time, I think.
Oh, okay, because
And
he was
then
mixed in with
definitely a
trash,
commentator.
yeah.
And then remember, he wrapped up his career. He was in California Championship Wrestling.
Yes, I think that's where we would have seen him.
A year from this, he goes from Memphis to the.
Crazy.
Same ambulance. I promise you, Lawler. All your fans.
Jesus, settle down, Tux. Everywhere is something in the water in Memphis.
I love it. This is my kind of wrestling show.
Yeah.
Unhinged insanity.
Yes, from start to finish.
Start to finish. I don't give a fuck about a fucking slock or chain wrestling. I want a pretty guy and an ugly guy who are the pretty young things, and
yelling at each other.
and one of them is 56 years old, beating people with fucking straps.
Whips.
Yep.
I mean, it's
Where
been a
did we
while.
go
Like
wrong?
I've got a hankering for some more whipping. I don't know about you guys.
Well, the night's young.
Dang, $1 admission. Look at that.
Yeah,
That's
children
crazy.
10 and under.
Or a loony. That's what we call them here in Mid South. Billy Travis.
Yep, Billy Travis, a young Billy Travis. He'll
Yeah.
eventually become a Memphis star.
Pretty good heel. Spike Huber from St. Louis,
What is-
married to Bruiser's daughter, I believe.
Who's Zambui Express?
Well, they
They
couldn't
were a
remember.
tag team.
It was a tag team,
Mike Sharp.
but it was only
Sharp.
one of them.
Hold the E.
It was only one
Right.
of them. It's Kareem Muhammad.
Yeah.
We can't afford the E.
Battle of the DJs.
The Battle of the DJs. We're gonna get all this.
Wow.
They're doing one of those things that wrestling has done for years. WCW did it, where DJs are pretending to be feuding and they're gonna do a fucking
Okay.
angle and wrestle at a show.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Steve Constant, he's gonna constantly lose.
Definitely needs a name change.
That reminds me of one of my favorite guys I've been seeing in TNA with a name that I fucking hate. Jake something.
Mm.
And he's great. He reminds me of Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer.
From where?
He's in TNA.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a big, jacked, hairy dude. He's really good. He's kind of a wild man. Everything I like
I was
in a
watching
wrestler.
it today. I didn't see him.
Jake something.
It's kind of like a 70s punk name. I kind of
Uh-huh.
dig it.
It doesn't work.
Grudge 2 out of 3 fall match. Flash.
Yeah.
Hypnotizing you into buying tickets.
Yeah.
It's worked. It's
Yeah.
working on me. I'm gonna get a time machine just to go.
It's like Hypnotoad. But you did see William Shatner at the Fan Expo, right, Matt?
I
Oh,
did,
yeah?
That
Yeah,
was the reason,
tell that story at least.
Yeah, that was the reason I went down to Fan Expo, was to go and get. Is to go and get this signed. I don't know if you can see that. It's Star Trek 25th anniversary for the Nintendo.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
I went and did that, and on the way out, as he was signing it, I just looked him in the eye and I said, "Hey, thanks for signing Star Trek. I had a really hard time finding the Tech War game," and that stopped him. Like he stopped dead and he started laughing. And I think his handler guy, I don't know, he gave me a bit of a dirty look, but Yeah. I'll always have that memory in my back pocket of making William Shatner break character.
Awesome.
But
What
it
did
was
you were gonna ask him about the episode of Raw that he was
yeah,
on.
it was Monday Night Raw.
I
where,
would have asked him. I would go, so have you finally taken swimming lessons?
Well, he had absolutely no Tech War stuff out on his table. He had like TJ Hooker, he had Star Trek stuff, not even like a Rescue 911 type of 8x10 or anything like that. And so I don't know if Tech War is like a sore spot for him or something like that. Like that was his
Maybe.
that was
Right,
his
it was
thing in
his
the 90s,
baby,
right?
yeah.
Like down
It was-
to
it
Took
was
a
a
bath
thing.
on that.
Okay, so wait, you got to pay attention here because Lawler is doing something that he always used to do. People are saying, I got to bring back the old king.
Well, you got that right. Because Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum, brother.
I've been drafted by the Kansas City
You're not gonna
Royals.
be a nice guy. I'm not going to be either. It's going to be me and you, Savage. And if you think what happened last week was something, it's just a little sample. Because like they said, Lance, it's a 2 out of 3 fall match. That just makes it longer, brother. That just makes it. I don't have to go out there and worry about getting counted out of the ring.
Is that the match we watched, Kelly, long ago on that compilation tape I had? With the pile driver onto the outside?
Between Savage and
table?
Lawler?
Was that
That was
Savage
Ricky
and
Morton.
No,
That was Ricky
that
Morton.
was a
Martin,
tag
yeah.
match. Yeah.
Who is the dirtiest right here in
I mean,
know we've
Lawler
seen-
and Savage, there's
when you talk
lots
about
of
dirty tricks, you're looking at the man
matches
that
out
invented
there
about
with that.
99% of
So
them. And
Lawler,
you're
I
gonna
think,
find
actually
that out
ties into
Monday night.
William Shatner
You know,
too,
Lance,
because on that episode
Yes.
of Monday Night Raw, I was telling you about.
Oh, yeah, here, hold on.
It's
Okay,
famous for
okay.
Jerry the King Lawler. It's famous for Mud Island. It's famous for Liberty Land. It's famous for Memphis State basketball, the Showboats. But one thing else that it's famous for,
USFL team.
Hold on.
Lance, and that's barbecue. Right?
Yeah, he would go on to start. I own a barbecue shirt of
That's right.
His.
Best in the world. Well, I want to invite all of Memphis, Tennessee, down to the Mid-South Coliseum Monday night. Because I can promise you, brother, we're going to have us a big one.
Oh,
More lads.
oh my
Sneaky
God!
More fucking lads.
Look at-
Even
look
the
at-
fucking good guys are taking a
Jesus
shot.
Christ. Jesus.
I don't want Max to see this and get ideas. I'm gonna get my ass handed to me one of these shows.
I've been pushing for a fireball and boom since day
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Gotta happen someday. Still prominent Dr. D.
Yeah.
When's he gonna show?
And that's the big thing, man. People like, holy shit. This was fresh off of Stossel. Here we go. Number
Here we
three.
go.
Fireworks
Here we go.
factory.
Look at the editor. He's yelling at this poor guy.
He's about to get sucked in. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
3. The
So
Whippets
yeah,
are falling
Kelly,
behind.
I think you remember too,
Yeah.
right? When Shatner was on
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw that one
Right.
time, and
I-
he's
It was
I
the
remember
build
watching that.
to
standing in the ring with
Piper
Jerry
match,
Lawler.
wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think Lawler was like, "Oh, all these people are idiots," and Shatner goes, "These people are not idiots. They are good Tech War watching people."
Yes, I remember that.
And crickets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What is he expecting? Yeah, Takwa,
It was,
Takwa.
but I remember it felt like I couldn't get away from it. He had books, he had
Yeah, it
comic
was
books.
There was
very
the comics.
ubiquitous.
Remember the
TV
comics?
show.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
For a period
Never
of time, it was
caught on,
all,
right?
Yeah, it was all Tech War and all Sequest.
Yeah, oh, yeah. With
all I saw
Darwin.
on TV for a while.
With Darwin, the horny dolphin.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And Brandis, R.I.P. Right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Jonathan
that's right.
Brandis.
D-Quest, what was that called? DSV? was it?
DSV.
Yeah. I don't think I ever watched it, but yeah.
I don't think
It
I
was-
did either.
It's a big deal for, I think, the premiere, and then that was,
Yeah.
it was
Mhm.
over.
It was kind of the Abyss fallout.
Yeah. Wasn't it the
Yeah.
most expensive TV show ever
Yeah,
made?
that's
at
what I
that
mean.
point?
Like
Might have been, yeah.
following that same kind of vibe of.
What have we here? What's this movie? I can't. Oh
Critters?
no!
The Critters?
This is
the fuck?
Ghoulies, right?
Is it Ghoulies?
No,
no, that's
no.
Ghoulies.
Ghoulies?
The Ghoulies are Critters. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
no,
It's
he's
Critters.
right.
Ghoulies.
Ghoulies.
It's
Yeah,
Ghoulies.
yeah,
They come up from the toilet.
yeah.
I remember that.
There were sequels.
That's how Elvis actually died.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
ghoulie got
There's a
him.
ghoulie got him.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man,
Oh, my
there's
God.
a ghoulie in my toilet.
I haven't thought of that.
That was the first time my peanut butter and banana sandwich is biting me in the ass.
Oh, more talks.
Oh, there's more of everybody.
More duck.
It's an hour and a half long, and they don't have a big roster. Okay, this is
Brody?
crazy. Yeah, I have some footage for you. I'm bringing this man
That's
to
from
Memphis.
the AWA.
I don't think he ever showed up.
That's a good question. But yeah, this footage is from the AWA.
Hey,
you can tell
Kevin,
by the
Kevin,
robes.
Kevin, buddy, look it up for us. Did Brody actually wrestle in Memphis in the 80s?
I can check. Yeah,
Yeah, we can do a quick check.
I've never seen a Brody match in Memphis. Not that it doesn't exist.
Can you imagine if he wasn't being brought in? They just need to fill time, and they're like, okay,
Yeah.
Doug.
Well,
That's just
you know who-
bullshit. And
you know
pretend
who's a
Hulk
good
Hogan's
wrestler?
coming in.
You know who's a good wrestler is Bruiser Brody. We could just show one of his matches.
Tux,
Good
you
idea.
just say you're bringing him in, and we can fill some time with us.
That's a great idea.
It's just a half hour of lies. We're gonna get Inoki. We're gonna get
Fishman, Fishman,
Fishman, maybe Mark Lewin,
Bat
maybe
Boy, Bat
Dizzy
Boy,
Hogan.
Dizzy
Bat Boy.
Hogan.
Eliminated totally from the wrestling scene. And by that, I mean cripple. I mean maim. I mean put him in the hospital. You
I
saw
see
Bruiser Brody.
a 1985 Memphis Wrestling Bruiser Brody versus Jerry Lawler.
There
Okay,
you
I guess he
go.
did.
It happened.
Wow, I need to see that.
There's a picture of him wearing Jerry Lawler's crown here too.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. See if I can put that.
Sounds very intriguing.
Okay,
That's
now,
awesome.
now,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
now,
85,
hold on.
no.
Now, Lance's mic isn't working. Okay.
One goddamn
Was this
thing
his
after
birthday
another.
or something? And they were
Is this-
busting his
Come on,
balls?
Lane. That's
Is
Lane, our
is
Lane.
Lance going to
Tech
end up
guy.
doing a full 2000 Gene Okerlund in WCW or?
No, he's gonna do a full R. Bud Dwyer at the end of this one.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Sorry, man. I just didn't mean to surprise you like that.
They had to have Lawler come out and apologize for burning him because he's like, "You kind of burnt me, Jerry."
That was
Singed my
fucked up,
eyebrows
man.
off,
You
Jerry.
know I'm already on edge.
They hadn't heard about this match by now because all of Memphis is talking about
Now,
it.
okay, now
Brett Saberhagen is gonna go all the way this year. I think he did in
They
'85.
did
am I right?
85. They won the World Series.
Yeah.
okay, and by the way, if this is what I think it is, buckle up because we get a lot of information about this battle of the DJs. This is your weird segment, Matt.
Battle of the DJs.
Looks like this was Brody's only run in Memphis.
If I can get some good
Between
good baseball trivia in for Kevin while he's in the chat. That's good.
I was watching their Brew Crew podcast the other day where they were doing World Series trivia. That was fun with the Big Hurt on.
Yeah, Jepson's on with them all the time now.
Jepson didn't know too much beyond, I guess, the last decade. But I mean, that's fine. That's fine.
Look at Kelly. Look at Kelly throwing shade on.
Well, as
yeah,
a trivia
fucking
king,
motherfuckers.
you
Take
know,
a
I
shit
know.
on Alan Jepson.
I just, yeah.
Three-time gamer. I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot.
David Brenner.
It's like Dustin Hoffman.
And marathon match.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going method. Yeah. So and the thing is, I think these DJs are on the same station.
Oh,
They're
these are the DJs.
hilarious.
huh?
Yeah, these are the
no,
DJs,
Dallas Cowboys.
like-
Fuck you.
and they're gonna have wrestlers in their corners. And the one guy, he's got his manager. Guess this jackass.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
This is cringe.
That guy's in great shape.
Cringe.
Yes. Balls are popping up. Make sure my balls pop out. I'm Al Franken.
No, that's who's he look like? Oh shit! To the tip of my tongue.
Well, he's from the press. He doesn't really
Yes.
sound.
You
doesn't
can
really
hear
sound
the
fair and
you can
balanced.
hear the cheesy FM DJ voices
Yes.
on all of these guys.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, listen, I got your chrome dome right here. Hey, wait, back off now. Hey, wait a minute.
We got traffic on the fives.
He does look a little like Arliss. Got a little-
Robert
Yeah, he's got a
Wolf.
Robert
Oh.
Woolness to
Oh, yeah.
him.
And this is the man that's going to do it.
He's
for you.
woolly.
Yeah, that's right. You
He's
see-
wild and woolly.
Facially, he kind of looks like the actor who played Marsha Brady's husband in Brady Brides and A Very Brady Christmas.
Wow. Deep cut
That's a
there
deep
from
cut.
Johnny.
That is a
Right.
deep cut.
I love
Yeah.
me the Brady Bunch. I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
seen the Brady
I
Bunch.
saw all that shit. I
Wow.
can't remember his name, but he's actually more famous as a voice actor. He's like a legendary voice actor.
Not Fleischman, the guy who did Roger
No,
Rabbit.
no.
Okay. All right. So Kevin said Brody was there for a month. His first match was
Yeah.
Brody and
Nice.
Lawler versus Kareem Muhammad and Savage. He then
Yeah.
turned and did some tag matches versus Lawler, and there's 3 singles matches.
Yeah.
One no contest and 2 Lawler wins by DQ.
Wow. So all I got to do is
Kevin
ask.
Nealon.
Hold on. Yeah, I know. All I got to do is ask, and Kevin will just
There
do
you
some.
go.
Kevin,
Yeah.
give me a Reuben.
Stats guy, Kevin.
But
Stats guy, Taro.
this is going to be a big match. Let me just tell you some of the stipulations.
I actually made stuffed manicotti today for the first time. It came out great.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Reggie White to referee this match.
Oh, that's cool. Reggie White. He was playing for the Memphis Showboats.
Yeah. Reggie White's gonna be
Yeah.
at this fucking
He
thing.
was probably like a rookie.
Memphis Showboats.
Yeah, for the USFL.
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 He went to
Donald
he
Trump is just
Eagles
making his way on the scene at this time.
drafted him, but he didn't play for 2 or 3 years in the NFL.
Okay, so listen to this. One of the DJs, one of the DJs broke his arm practicing for the match, and now they're having to explain.
Like
real.
legit did? Yeah.
Yeah, legit did.
hilarious.
Probably the one wearing the Cowboys t-shirt.
No, it's the skinny guy.
Either the
the
skinny
skinnier guy.
guy. There you go.
They were
Skinny
both
guy.
pretty skinny.
But they're having to try to explain it because it was both of them in the ring practicing the match, and they explain it that way. These guys hate each other, but they figure they'd get in there and just kind of warm each other up. And someone got hurt because wrestling's a tough game.
It is total wool. It is wool.
Yeah.
He's got Wool's voice, but the name of the actor I'm thinking of was Jerry Hauser, who also appeared. Oh, he was in Slapshot. That's where you know him from.
Who did he
Kevin
play
said-
in Slapshot?
The guy who loves to, he becomes a hero for fighting and wears a cape and shit.
Oh, that would be on Twin Peaks eventually.
No, not that guy. That's the lead.
Oh, right now, yes. Yeah, now I know who you're talking about. Yeah. He really embraces it. Yeah, he becomes like a Dracula gimmick or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Kevin said.
And this guy here with the cap, apparently he's
Cam
a
Neely.
listener. He's a listener who calls this guy's radio show every day and is a regular. And he got to know him, and he
Wow.
got to look at him. He's like,
And
"Come
he's
on
like
down to the
way
studio."
cooler than anybody in the room. Right
I
now,
know.
except for
He's
maybe
way-
Jerry.
Yeah, he's not a DJ. He's like a truck driver or who listens to the
Awesome.
radio and calls in all the time.
That's funny. So Kevin says, wait, so could Lex Luger and Reggie White have been teammates? Lex was on the Showboats.
Yeah, they probably were. Lex also played for the Tampa Bay Bandits in the USFL, and he played for the Montreal Alouettes in the CFL.
Saw that recent picture of Lex and Sting and Muda. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I did.
Got one
Yeah,
out
for
dinner or
that
something.
the convention in the UK.
Some sort of convention, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. So we want to see him down.
It's interesting because Reggie White gets involved in WCW in the 90s. Does a match with Mongo. Didn't know he had this earlier dalliance with wrestling.
Dipped his toes in the art form. The one true sport.
Okay, here we go. Get ready.
Wow.
This is great. Listen to this promo. This is exactly how I. This is exactly how I feel about these DJs.
Russell, you didn't talk to me like that. You didn't like me. Nobody liked me. Nobody liked what I stood for. I couldn't find nobody around here tough. All I could find was people wanting to sing songs, tell jokes, dance, hug each other, and all that kind of stuff going on. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to fight and show I was a man. So I went up north, baby. I went north, I went south, I went east, and I went west. And I whooped them all. I beat the biggest and the baddest that's supposed to be in the world. Hulk Hogan. Hulkamania running wild, they say. I challenged him on national TV. I will beat your butt, boy. I will take him down here, right here in front of you. He is invited to come here. And if I don't beat him, I'll never wrestle again, Lance Russell. I've been sitting back here watching the monitor. I can see that Jerry Lawler, the mouth of the South, is still running his mouth. Why don't you get some dancing bears and bring them down to the arena? And there's disc jockeys out here. They're all up there singing each other's songs, talking to each other, rapping, running it down. Ain't neither one of them had a fight in their life. Don't know what a fight is.
This is just Johnny talking about modern wrestling.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like a red-headed stepchild right to the ground. Well, I'm sick and tired of it, baby.
Oh, all friendship wrestling.
They
Get
suspended
fucked.
me, told the world that get him out of wrestling. We don't want him. He's too tough. He's too rough. Nobody wants to sign contracts to wrestle me because they're afraid I'm gonna hurt somebody. I'm gonna break somebody's
If you
leg.
can't
wrestling.
see, if you can't see that there's so much of a, he's proto Stone Cold.
Total proto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I won't slap you because
Oh, he
I
mentions
slap
it.
old men around.
Ah, I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
it.
These young, tough people, and it just made me sick. I just wanted to vomit right back here a while ago, watching these disc jockeys talking about what they're gonna do to each other. You ain't gonna do nothing but run your mouth and go out there and kiss each other on the lips. Or hug each other. Get down, get down.
That's amazing.
And I love the style of Norville Austin and the other man out here. I love their style with them belts. There's gonna be more of it. So Lawler, I have always wanted you. I have always wanted you, Randy Savage.
To kiss me on the lips.
I'm not trying to kiss you,
Twister. Big twist. Whoa, really? Okay, he's actually quite progressive.
Come up and give me a match. But I don't
Yeah.
want no
Okay.
fun. I don't
File
want no
that comment
kids.
away
With
for
my
the next time we
hands,
see him on this
And I
episode.
don't want no
All right,
TV
all right.
announcers. I don't want nobody that ain't gonna give me a bite.
I love Schultz.
Because baby, I'm here
Yeah.
to fight.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
he's
fixing to do
super
now.
underrated
I'm fixing to go
as a
out here and
promo.
fight. Everybody told me, now you got a guy out here thinks he's gonna give me a fight.
We're gonna find out.
Well, we're gonna find out. Well, you know he ain't gonna give me no fight. He can't whoop me.
It's the kind
Like you
of, this is Lance is like, hey, this is kind of what I hope for in an interview, man. But he's more of a Barbara Walters. He doesn't want not confrontation. Like he wants people to get passionate. Just doesn't want them to take over his shit or light off.
Or set him on fire.
Yes, that's a small request.
Steps up
in
on
my
the apron
opinion.
through the ropes, and we await the signal from referee Jerry Calhoun.
That's a young Billy
Here we
Trapp.
go, boy. Look at
jeez.
this.
About to get the shit beat out of him.
Dr. D, David Schultz.
I hope he gets a whipping. I mean, don't give anything away.
Oh no, I don't think the PYTs are going to be interrupting David Schultz's man.
Yeah, he could wait till
Yeah.
afterwards. He could be like, doctor, do you mind if we whip this poor white boy?
Down on the floor.
Did Billy Travis there borrow Jake the Snake's tights?
Yeah, he's got something going on there.
Like I love the I love the design of the desk that Lance and them sit at. It looks like it's just a basic thing underneath it. A basic pull-out table.
I
When they
love
put
I love studio wrestling.
Yeah, man.
I love because the great workers who know how to talk, talking during their matches in a studio setting, I love it.
Yeah.
Whip into the rope for the close
Right.
line. A big one coming off of there.
Shakespeare,
Schultz
as it was
here.
known in
58
Memphis.
seconds into the action. It's been all
Yeah.
Dave Schultz. Dr. D. Schultz with Travis up in the air.
Travis.
talking to him all the time.
He's been nothing but trash talking him and yelling at God and everybody this entire night.
Ooh,
Beautiful
nice.
elbow.
Count to 100.
That's it. So long, Travis.
He got
Not
it.
you, Travis.
1 minute, 24 seconds, and...
So long, Travis. Story of my life. I guess we don't need the volume up that, but
No.
that was great. Oh man, somebody take this guy to the laptop section. Google doctor
Okay,
for him.
Billy Travis, you might remember, was arrested on, I think, on live television.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Around
was.
19
Have we talked about it before?
Yeah,
Was he in WWF for a while? Who
I'm
had the
sure
jacket
he was.
that we liked that one time? It was somebody Travis.
I don't know, but
Steve Travis, Rookie of the Year.
Yes.
That's early 80s.
no, but apparently I think he was wanted. He was wanted warrants for child support, and they turned on live wrestling, and there he was cutting a promo, and the cops went down to the studio and arrested him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
it was on this show, says Kevin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. About 1990, I want to say.
We are live.
All right.
Really get him in the ass.
Let's turn this up a little bit.
Oh my God, we've seen
There
this
we
before.
go.
Yes, we have, but let's
Yes.
see it again.
We see these guys way too much.
Okay, but you have to think of it. There's a story to this video. This is cinema, like
Yeah.
the kids say. It's the same plot as a ZZ Top video.
What's the
which
story?
great.
Is they want to have sex with each other? It's pretty clear.
Yeah, well, that's part of the story.
Don't forget to turn the light.
But it's about, I tell you what, man, it's about these fucking bitches
All right.
They just want. You'll see.
Yeah, Kevin says
Sure,
Billy
yeah.
Travis was on WWF TV as a jobber in '84.
84.
Okay, so these broads, they don't want nothing to do with the Fabs when they're just hanging out shirtless in jeans.
That truck is incredible.
Yeah, that truck is crazy. It's got like
Look
eyebrows
at
or
that.
something.
Look at that. Oh, now they like us. Now they like us.
It's like the Mutt Cuts van from Dumb and Dumber.
Totally.
Okay. The whole idea of this
I
is
seem to have forgot my shirt.
well, this is okay. They're not interested in these two guys dressed like this, but they are in tuxes. Look at these hunks. They've been going crazy for this beefcake. Now they like them.
Hello, I'm
in these outfits.
But
Like
the
a
problem is
sharp-dressed man.
they're like Scotland Yard and they can't move.
Scotland Yard.
I tricked you.
Buckingham Palace.
You mean
I'm
Buckingham
actually
Palace?
naked under these clothes. Gotcha.
Yep.
Now let's go.
Now let's
make
go
out
back in our
of this
limo.
Grunion, welcome to
Okay,
chat.
now
buddy.
let's go fuck.
The death of the Bruiser Brody / New Fabulous One segment is classic, says Grunion.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, here we go. We get some live arena footage of the Fabulous Ones versus the PYTs. I remembered, I'm pretty sure there was a Fabs PYTs match on the Memphis set, the DVD-VR Memphis set. And I remember loving it. It was a crazy brawl. Like it went up on the
stage. Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, it is crazy.
It's crazy. This looks like Gimme Shelter.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. A Hell's Angel is about to fucking
stab somebody.
Okay, Jerry Garcia and Phil Lesh are going to show up, take a look, and go, "We're out of here."
Yeah.
That's exactly. Okay, the helicopter landed
That's
with
right.
them, and they're
Really?
like, "So what happened?" Like, yeah, the Angels killed a guy, and they're like, "Fuck this," and they got back on the helicopter
Okay,
and
it
got the
was
fuck out
after
of there.
that.
Amazing. Wild.
Yeah, they were the headliners because it was
Oh wow.
California.
Right.
No, they say, yeah, the Hell's Angels. No, I'm sorry, they hadn't killed the guy yet.
I was gonna
It-
say,
it-
yeah.
no,
that-
it was,
that when it
you
was
said
dark.
the Hell's Angels beat up Marty Ballin.
Right. Yeah, like pretty severely.
Yeah. It's a big tease. Jeez.
Deciding on a tough Ford pickup?
Then how about this beautiful Lariat XLT Gold? Its gorgeous interior comes with
Look at those belts, man. I can hear that click. It's a little different than those.
With over
The big stick.
$650 worth of free options, like
That was my nickname in high school.
and many other
Uh-huh.
heavy-duty features. Combine the best of both
Because I got
trucks
stuck to
and
lockers
save
all the
over
time.
$14,000.
The choice is yours.
See your
Hey,
Ford
Moose
dealer
coming in from his
now
new
for best
tablet.
price and selection
Congrats on the new tablet, Moose. We're all moving up in the world here. Hey, John.
3 a.m.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to having this screen be 2 inches shorter than my old laptop, but
No wonder so many people
I watch TV on my phone. I'll adjust.
Do you have a regular flat screen down there as well? TV? No?
I have a TV, yeah.
Yeah, I bet you could do what I do and hook it up to a bigger screen. Just get an HDMI. Then you got a party.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, for this show?
Yeah. You just there. Oh, where are we at with Rolaids, baby?
Number
Four? I think that's four.
Yeah.
Rolaids ahead of the whooping.
Oh, I remember this ad. You remember this ad?
No, but Grace Jones is about to peg this young man.
It's Adam Ant. That's Adam Ant.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's Adam Ant and Grace Jones. This is a sexy fucking commercial. I was 15 and this commercial was sexy.
Drive onto scooters.
A View to
On the
Kill
street
must
thing
have
before
came out right around this time. Too.
Right.
I wanted one of these fucking bikes.
There it was. She entered him at the end there. You saw that?
Oh yeah. Dude, it was that staff that got broken in half in Conan the Destroyer.
Ooh, Schlitz. Wow.
Conan,
Look out!
Conan, did you see her put that stick right up that guy's ass? Conan?
Oh, mama.
Okay, yeah. Holy shit.
What?
Holy shit.
That was crazy.
That
That
was
was like
insane.
that's Dean Landon.
That was a bump.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll see that. They're going to show that in slow motion
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
We just walked in and do it too. There wasn't even ringing of
I
the
know.
bell.
Okay, you're back from commercial to
Who's
watch
doing the
Coco.
cutting here, Ed Whalen?
Was it Coco that landed on his neck?
Yeah, it was
Yeah, it
Coco.
was. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, right back from a Rolaids commercial to watch Coco Beware break his neck almost. It was
Yeah.
nuts.
To his manager. Really shaken up. He's had some rough time of it here in the early going. Austin, a hard right smash to the chin. Kern fighting
Again,
back.
I love that it was kind of this.
Oh, he's
The
fine.
gimmick. The gimmick was Michael Jackson inspired. PYT was a Michael
Right,
Jackson
yeah,
song.
yeah.
They would wear the
glove.
Look at that
gloves.
hot stepping. Look at that hot
Yeah.
stepping.
And the jacket.
That was the weirdest hot stepping I've ever seen.
Hey, Steve Kieran is hot step and turn it up.
Kevin says, is that Lauren Bobert's mom in the crowd there earlier?
This was the night.
Soon to be Kid Rock's mother-in-law.
Boy,
a
mother-in-law.
nice-
He's dating her.
That's what I mean. He's gonna start dating Lauren Boebert. So the one in the audience who Kevin's referring to.
Oh yeah.
Referee Jerry Calhoun saying, "Come on, Tuck, forget that timeout stuff. Let's get him."
That was a wild. So this is Kevin as well. That was a wild Honda campaign for the scooter. They also had Devo do one and Lou Reed, which is where he heard "Walk on the Wild Side" for the first time. That's hilarious.
I don't remember. I remember the one. I don't remember the Lou Reed one though.
Steve Kern is still the aggressor. And boy, he has got
Interesting.
He's got the arms stretched, both feet.
You search
You
around.
said- Go ahead.
You search around YouTube and you just can't find these matches. But holy shit, these two teams were so good together.
Kevin,
Well,
you
the
saw
Fabs
Devo
at this
recently.
point were great with everybody.
Except with women who
Yeah,
would
well,
take
just
them
with
out there
men.
bare. Yes, yes.
I mean, really, that's
Why won't
they
you
were all
take me
about.
at my? If you don't love me at my bare-chested worst, you don't deserve me at my tuxedo-wearing best.
Exactly.
That's a long title, but it's a good one, in my opinion.
Oh, he accidentally stepped on his
That's
own
funny.
partner.
I'm so sorry. I just caved his chest in.
No tag. No.
And the good guys.
Yeah.
That's great.
I always love it when that's
Yeah.
such a Southern tag thing. I love it when the good guys do the cheating, the cheers of the crowd. A taste of your own medicine, pal. That was my Stan Lane impression and not my Vince impression.
I was gonna
I'm going to have to,
Fine tune it.
because Stan Lane
That you
has,
can do a Stan Lane is impressive. It's not everybody can do a Stan Lane.
Oh, you
Couldn't tell
just
you
have to
Stan
do.
Lane sounds
You
like.
just have to be able to do Shadow Stevens.
Shadow Steve, okay.
One of the DJ guys from earlier.
Yeah.
How about a Bobby Eaton? You got a Bobby Eaton in there?
Okay, my Bobby Eaton and my Boomhauer is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
That's
Hilarious.
exactly how Bobby Eaton talked.
Hang on, dang on, gonna win this dang on
Man, old dang old Jim Cornette and a big Bubba man who swing that and ragged man just fell down and broke his goddamn hip in Starcade.
That's a very important part of tag, is to keep your eyes not only just on the action in the ring, but also outside and look out for that other opponent.
Holy dude, are you guys
Memphis
seeing this?
showboats?
Are you guys
Yeah,
seeing
I
this?
know. Yeah.
I'm tripping
You're not
balls.
tripping. Channel 5.
I have to kill 5 people.
Steve told me to kill 5 people.
Dude, we're gonna kill the
I have to
death curse.
drown them. I have to throw them off a boat.
Dude, we're just carrying on this death curse.
Yeah, oh no.
Every single YouTube viewer is gonna fucking kill 5 people.
Well, there's an
Like-
easy one that you could
It's like the
probably do.
ring. It's like the ring.
If you wanted to.
It's like that shampoo commercial. You tell 2 people, then you kill 5 people, then you kill 5 people.
He's back with his feet again.
It's our terrible pyramid scheme.
Hold on to the arm, deal out the punishment.
Yeah, no money in it at all.
None.
Points at the moment, the challengers would be way ahead, Lance.
Yeah, it's no question about it that Stan and Steve have gotten off to a very fast start, but
Ooh.
It was fun that Norvell Austin was neither pretty or young. So.
He had
But
an
he was-
interesting career. I think
he
we've
was a-
talked about him before.
Yeah, he was a member of the original Midnight Express. So
Yep.
if you were gonna do one of those like family tree things of Midnight Express,
Ooh, there's that drop kick.
The
Even back then.
PYTs are.
Yeah. Come on. I'm cheering. I want a whipping. I want a whipping. I want a whipping.
Travis wants a whipping. Who's look? I gladly do it, man, but I can't afford the flight. Yeah. Coco in Memphis is tremendous.
Yeah.
Legendary. Squash matches, the scaffold match with Dundee.
Well, Memphis was Memphis was like the one promotion where size didn't matter, and Coco was a
And you
main
could really
event
relate
guy
to
there.
that.
But that's what the entire freshman year class said about Lawler.
Oh boy. Pop Moose on that one.
Seems to have gotten a second win. And suddenly, as he and Coco Ware gelled, and Lance told you, don't count these men out. They are.
But back to Norville. In the early 70s, he was teamed with Sputnik Monroe, and they would get heat by hugging each other all the time.
Oh,
And at
right.
the time, that was still pretty.
Yeah, she remembers. That woman remembers being pissed about it all the way back then. I've hated him ever since then.
So he'd been around for a
Very
long time.
nice.
Well, Sputnik Monroe, I mean, it was all great and everything that he helped desegregate it, but
Yeah.
it was also to make more money and for publicity.
True.
Because he was a heel.
I know, it is kind of a white savior. Well, it is a white savior thing, totally.
But the crazy thing is the thing with Norvell, it was him using the fact that he was known and had a reputation for being the guy who desegregated it for heel heat down there.
Wild.
Because they were the first interracial tag team, I believe.
Come on.
Ooh!
Man, they're acting like the baby faces here.
Yeah, they really are.
Oh, I don't know. I think they're clearly the heels.
I don't know, the way they're like hopping up and
Well, they're badasses, man. This is Memphis Tag Team Wrestling.
guess so. But like, I mean, the other
Who's
guy's got the non-tag in and stuff.
Brown with wrestler, or is this someone else?
What's that?
Who's the other commentator? It's not Brown. Or is it?
I'm not sure.
Norvell waving Ware in.
He's doing the play-by-play, too. It's kind of weird.
The referee warning Ware. Now,
Oh,
Great accent.
Oh, there's the mother.
there's some cheating. Okay.
Right.
by Coco Ware. Here it is again.
Come on.
Ooh.
Beautiful fist.
Come on. 1, 2, 3.
He ran Steve out of the ring.
Yep.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I bet on that.
You did.
PYTs are one of the most underrated teams of all time because if you just take because they weren't around a long time, but their Memphis run was awesome. They were in world class for a bit. Of course, you know, they didn't last there long because no one wanted to stay in Memphis. But they're also there weren't like
Jesus.
no black wrestlers ever in world class except for Iceman.
Iceman Parsons. And then, speaking of Bobby Eaton, Coco had a great tag team with him, too.
Yep, yeah,
That I
here.
don't think there's a ton of footage of.
I'll have to look
But
for
they have
some
a
of it.
great rep.
Oh, I've seen it. The Memphis set had a bunch of their stuff.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah, or
I
I'm
wouldn't say a
remembering it that
bunch,
way.
But yeah, they had some, but it was early.
Cut
80s.
him off there for the
Yep.
tag. Fuck. This is a great
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
Wrestlers know moves from different sports and they use them.
Like PYT's never had like the great matches in the other territories because they weren't given the opportunity to. But
I
in
only
Memphis,
they did Mid South. What else? Who else? Did they work for?
Mid South and World Class.
They did work for World Class.
Coco Ware is as big as any man in wrestling. He's got Stan down on the map. And when
Did you hear that? Coco Ware's as big as any man in wrestling.
In the state of Memphis or Tennessee.
And remember, there was no B. He was just
No.
Coco Ware.
Yeah.
Like, is it any relation to Andre Ware?
And no Frankie.
Earlier in this match, Austin and Ware.
They both have a football background. No, is that just?
The tag between Kern and
And he'd been there forever. Memphis guys had to reinvent themselves constantly between being baby faces and heels, and not just going like, well, I'm a bad guy now and I'm a good guy now. They had to
So
evolve
is he
it.
gonna hit the knee again, or is this a flying
here we go.
headbutt?
Oh!
Jesus Christ!
I mean, that kind of turned into a diving headbutt.
As he came down, he was trying to use that cocoa butt on Stan.
The
in the
cocoa
center of
butt.
The cocoa butt.
After he
Right.
decked him with that side suplex, climbed up while the referee was over with Norvell.
So the first time I ever saw Coco Ware was obviously as the Birdman. Did he actually do the Birdman thing before WWF, or was
No.
that specifically brought in for? Okay.
No, that was when
Vince was
Vince wanted
obsessed with
everyone to have
animal
animals.
gimmicks.
Animals, yes.
Right. Okay.
At the time, because Jake didn't have a snake
Ooh!
before.
Holy
Leaned
shit.
into that clothesline. Yeah,
Firing away on Ware and
this is
Norvell
awesome.
Austin. Stan Lane on Coco
Russian leg
Ware.
sweep at the House of Fire. That's funny.
That head into Norvell. Ran him down the track and the two locomotives hit
Fucking
him.
crowds going ape shit. This is
Yeah.
the best.
Have come alive.
The crowds come alive.
Memphis is my favorite territory.
Yeah, Atlante's in the house.
Oh,
Oh,
What's he
shit.
doing?
I have a poem.
Shades of Evan Rivers and the Gambler right there.
That's
can't
right.
even enter the ring in a normal way.
Yeah, they're all part of Tux's stable, so.
Yeah,
The referee called the bell.
right.
He
So
wanted
he's
the bell
got the
because of outside interference.
Awful
Poffo
brothers,
still pounding away.
so to speak.
Yeah.
And he'll
Sign me up for their
disqualify
next
the
match, man.
champion.
Like if they're there next week.
Yeah, the one
like
Johnny
a 6-man or
referred
something.
to where they go up on the stage is an all-time
Yeah, it's
80s classic tag.
Constant and Ashley.
Constant
That sounds like
Ashley.
who you
Seals-
would have been
they open for-
introducing.
Oh,
look at that! Look at that!
Oh,
Yeah, Constant and Ashley open for Seals and Croft, right?
I was gonna say that's somebody you introduced when your job as a strip DJ.
Well, here's a-
I
Constant
never
and
had any
Ashley.
Constants.
here's a movie that had a lot of staying power.
Is this the first one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Johnny Depp.
yeah, Depp
father,
was in it. Yeah.
my father took me and my buddy Rob to go see this because everyone wanted to go see it, but your parents had to take it.
Yeah.
So there was a theater full of like the front half of the theater was teenage kids, and the back half was the adults who had to bring them there. And we loved it. And we got home, we were having a sleepover, and it's freshman year, and my dad was in the kitchen. I remember hearing him tell my mom, he's like, "God damn it, Marcy, what kind of goddamn movie was it? Should have seen it." He goes, motherfucker cuts himself open with a razor blades. There's fucking worms and shit. It kind of disturbed him.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Well, it was
Wake it up.
like, yeah, the start of a trend in a lot of ways.
Is the last discount tour I'll ever
Oh.
Uh-oh. Hello.
Your wish is my command.
Well, I'm thirsty, but on a diet.
Oh, God. Yeah, you need to be on a diet, dude.
Yeah.
You're just too big.
Oh, Dr. Pepper.
diet.
Yeah, that'll help.
Dr. Pepper Light. I think it's like Dr. Pepper Free.
a sugar-free Dr. Pepper.
Free Dr.
Yeah,
Pepper. Look at that blue
everything is
can. That
free.
was. I'd like to see that on a T-shirt.
Is this also a Rolaids commercial?
No, maybe.
No wonder so many people take
Yeah,
Oh,
it
hell
is.
yeah.
There
There
you
you
the
go.
Bundy Five.
like a sponge. Rolaids antacid medicine consumes 100% of the acid
Like a
required
sponge.
to give millions 100% relief.
Another rent-to-own business, says Kevin too. Before that though, so that's 4 from 4 different places.
I know. Yeah, yeah.
Dynamite match between
He's a stats guy, Kevin tonight. I love it.
that for a fact.
He's the man.
Right now, the Fab's got some comments to make about
That's why we pay him the big bucks.
Yeah.
Let's listen.
I'm going broke actually. Thanks, stats guy
You know, I'm not
Kevin.
gonna stand here,
But it's totally worth it.
because they are pretty tough. You know, they're street
We don't want to put on tuxes again because that was too many women for one night.
Tough guys. Right. And it's
yeah.
those guys, but
Uh-huh.
we can do it. But it's getting harder and harder. You know why?
Yeah, me
It
too,
gets
buddy.
harder when you look up there at ringside and
I
see
think
that
no, we know why. You don't have to explain it. It's cool.
a big hard stick, a cane there. That makes it harder.
No, I
Ooh,
know.
yeah,
I
it
know.
sure does.
We know. We get it.
And then you got to watch back there backstage.
Like, seriously,
somebody-
that's great.
This
I'm
is up
happy for
there
both
with
of you.
the
Dude, I
Magnum
love,
TA
dude,
combat
The Magnum,
suit.
yeah.
check out Steve Kern's necklace. He's got that 70s sexy horn thing.
Yeah. And the Coke spoon on the other guy.
Yeah. Stan Lane's got a Coke spoon.
Yeah.
No, that's a shark's tooth. Because of course it is.
Speaking of Way of the
Yeah.
Blade, Schneider does a pretty good podcast with Steve Kern,
I
talking
need
about
to
the
start listening.
Moondogs and Fabs.
Yeah, I need to start listening to his stuff. He's got amazing guests.
Yeah, it's a really good one. It's basically a Kern shoot interview.
Yeah, and Phil's very funny.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting. Well, now we've got the wheels back on the wagon. This
That is
is
good.
good.
You know, a little homoeroticism. We got, no one whipping anybody in.
This is less. I mean, I don't have fire in my fucking face, so that's a relief.
Okay, tonight. This show is tonight.
Zambui.
It's so weird. They're not calling him by his name.
Baba Booey of its time.
It's
Zambui.
Baba Booey. Lawler, Constant, Ashley Savage. That's almost a sentence.
It's like, yeah, or it's like somebody, some redneck calling in their kids. Lawler Constant.
Actually.
all in Greenfield, Tennessee, Friday night, Saturday the 4th, Cornwall, Tennessee. Championship Wrestling will be there too. It's going to be a
Battle Royal, get your ass in here. Dinner's on the table.
Yeah.
Tennessee, always a super card and a super crowd up there. We're
Bob's.
looking forward to seeing you Sunday, May 5th, Jackson,
Who's
Tennessee.
Oski?
It'll be at 8 o'clock.
We saw him before, Jerry Oski. Oh, Tojo Yamamoto, who was like 80 here.
Tennessee. Friday the 10th in Brownsville, Tennessee at Haywood High School on May 11th. Saturday night, Batesville, Mississippi. Tickets are on
10-man pole battle royal. Only the Oskies.
Yeah,
just
I was
Oskies
gonna
coming
say
in
it's
that.
just Polish. That's
It's just,
amazing.
you're
One
one
step
Oskies
ahead.
coming in.
Yeah.
The 14th, Monette, Arkansas. Friday the 17th in Bolivar, Tennessee.
The problem is they keep throwing people into the ring because they can't figure it out.
We'll have championship wrestling action. That'll be a Thursday night. Friday the 24th up in Waverly, Tennessee. And on Friday, May 31st, championship wrestling will be in Tuckerman, Arkansas.
Tuckerman.
Get tonight in Jonesboro.
I'm a big
card
Tuckerman.
coming up over there. Make your plans to be right there at ringside when championship wrestling comes
Hi.
your way. Lance?
Okay, holy shit, what a show.
I see that. All right, it's a whipping time, baby.
I've been talking to you guys
From what I
for the last
understand.
minute and a half.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah. Who's the other guy working there with Lance Russell?
Dave Brown.
Dave Brown. Okay.
He's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, they were both legendary. Dave Brown was the weatherman for that channel, so he brought a legitimacy.
Yeah.
Because people were like, "Oh, that's the weatherman."
Nice. He kind of reminds me of like a young Ron Perlman.
And he's Lance. I think Lance Russell's the best wrestling announcer of all time, but it's with Dave Brown. It has to be with Dave Brown. They're the best team of all time. Oh yeah. Okay, Jackie Fargo is going to be in the corner of the Fabs at this match.
Cool.
And Coco gave it away because later on they're like, the Fabs like, we might have a secret weapon at ringside. And I'm like, wait a minute, what?
That's of course what the Fabs were, or who the Fabs were named after.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think, after the introduction of them, I don't know if he was part of them much.
Just now and then.
Yeah.
Okay, I take it back. Norvell Austin is a sexy, sexy man.
Moose says, I'm really surprised Memphis didn't name a guy called Jerry Curl.
Constant and Ashley.
Scooby-doop-a-doop-boop. All right, here we go. This
Furniture
is
Center.
Rentone.
Is it?
This Rentone? No.
Of course it is.
All right, then that's 5. That could be 5-5 there.
Yeah, we have to see the terms first before we can totally call it.
This looks like
I
when
don't
you're.
know. 400. No, this is a furniture store.
Yeah,
This is a furniture store.
It kind of looks
This
like
is yours.
in the old Wheel of Fortune when you'd have to get to choose what to spend your money
Oh,
on.
yeah, wait. $200 for a styrofoam cooler? What?
Mazda. Just trying to guess one of the ones we've already seen. Was it Pontiac?
Chrysler.
Ah, I was close. The Chevy Chrysler. That's so weird that it was like Chevy Chrysler. I don't understand.
Isn't it great to love a car you can afford?
Great to love a car. Domino's Pizza, not available in Canada at this point.
Right?
Remember, it was you would see it in movies and stuff. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
why can't we have
Wow.
Domino's?
Remember we
I
got
don't-
God. Did we ever get Godfather's Pizza?
I don't believe
We
so.
we had one here.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe in limited.
Yeah, we had one here about
quantities.
10
But there was
minutes.
definitely a lot of commercials for it in the 80s.
Yeah. The Godfather's
I got it.
Pizza we had here was pretty badass though. Like it had tabletop video games, so
Oh wow!
Oh,
I
Yeah.
got to play
wow.
like Final Fight and stuff while we were eating pizza.
Awesome.
The
Yeah.
golden age of the dine-in experience.
Mhm.
Yeah, one of my
Those
favorite
red-
birthday parties I went to as a kid.
Those red tumblers, like that are favorite of the shows. Steve has. He owns a batch.
Of
Norval
Godfathers
Austin.
or those like old
Or just like a Pizza Hut.
ones?
Yeah,
okay,
Pizza Hut. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin says Norval Austin's pants look like JYD's and changed the letters to PYT.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Totally.
looking to see if it said
like
thump
the
on the ass.
LGN, JYD that I have to. Oh, mass wrestler, finally. It's the South. You gotta have at least one per show. Bolo.
Bolo, okay.
You know who that is, Kelly? Bolo?
Do you?
That's Spaceman Frank Hickey.
Oh, are you serious? Really?
Yep.
Wow.
That was, I think it is. No, you know why? Because he wrestled as under mask as the Great Bolo or Bolo. And wait until you see him move around the ring. You're like,
Okay.
that's definitely Spaceman Frank Hickey, who's
Wow.
probably 60 here.
Yes, because he was quite old in the mid 60s when we saw him
It's a running.
against
it's a running
Stomper.
joke with Moose saying that JYD's pants actually say Trump. And now he's saying he got banned once. It never happened. That's fake news. To quote your buddy Trump, Moose, it's fake news. Oh, that's so funny. I love that he brought that up again. I'll be right back.
Spaceman Frank Hickey wrestled until he was 78 years
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
We watched some of his 50s stuff where he was in his original Spaceman gear, which was like, looked like every Spaceman costume in an early 60s sitcom. Like a leather helmet with the little
Yeah.
antennas and stuff. It was great.
old. Oh wow, look at this. This is amazing.
And he got brought in by Brian Christopher
Yes.
into Memphis in the 90s. Like 70 years old in his Spaceman outfit.
Mm-hmm.
We will be
yeah.
watching that on a future episode of the show.
Yes. So who are the blonde guys? Oh, it doesn't matter. They're gonna
It don't
get
fucking matter.
Don't get their asses whipped.
Oh, the whipping.
Your Bolo, look, Bolo's like, yeah, whip him.
Whip some ass.
Even the heel jobbers don't get whipped. That's great.
Look at
It's a fraternity. It's a fraternity of heels. Look,
Although
this
that
guy's
one
into
guy
it. Yeah,
should-
fuck you. The skinny guy's the best.
Yeah.
Constant and Ashley.
Constant
There is
and
supposed to be
Ashley.
like some like TV cop team or something. No, that was what was the two women?
Cagney and Lacey.
Cagney and Lacey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Constant and Ashley was the ripoff on ABC.
In syndication.
We're still talking about them. I love it. Hey,
Look at this.
whipping time.
That's Eddie Marlin, the promoter.
Yeah.
It's
promoter
whipping
and
o'clock.
Quotes.
It's the same guys from before. Why do we have to keep doing this? They're crying again.
So we got no, they got two of them. It's Eddie Marlin and someone else who is one of the Memphis officials.
Kevin says tied to the commercials. You don't pay off your rent to own TV in time, you get a PYT whipping.
Good little side hustle by the PYT.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tux Newman's got his beak dipped in a lot of different pools.
Tux Newman looks like he definitely dipped his beak a lot those days.
He was from LA.
Mm-hmm.
The zits.
Well, look at that ass crack.
Check out that back knee. This guy is juicing for sure.
This is the best.
I love the musical interlude there.
Oh, this is it's the best music. And get ready. This wraps up with something that's going to blow your mind when you see this.
Awesome.
I just remembered it.
Classic episode for sure. Of Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, it popped up in the feed. I watched it like a week or so ago. I instantly told Kelly, I'm like, dude, holy shit.
Well, the full length of the commercials. I mean, you got it.
Kevin thinks the other guy in the suit might be Tom Renasto.
Maybe.
He might have been booking back then, Resto.
Yeah.
No, not booking. Not
well,
really.
Tom Ernesto was a booker. He was one half of the Assassins.
Yeah, but in Memphis, either Jerry Lawler had the book or Jerry Jarrett had the book. And you had promoters who did towns. And then they could put their, do it their way in their towns.
Yeah. But I don't know. Ernesto may have. I mean, he booked in a lot of places.
Harry Sherman for BC Powder.
Oh, no.
I gotta get this field flat.
No time for it. Just
BC.
BC. I thought he said
British
BC.
Columbia.
Yeah, no, the C is for cocaine. That's how he's able to fucking get through this headache and
the
plow
B
these
is
fields
the B
before it
is
rains.
basically.
Headaches, colds,
Basically
arthritis.
cocaine. Oh, I remember this one.
There's a title. There's a title too. That's what's going on at tonight's Memphis
Bitchin'
show.
cocaine.
Basically cocaine.
Basically.
Except here's the thing: they couldn't afford cocaine. They weren't making any money there.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a commercial about the guy bitching about California.
Crumbling to the sea.
Pet cemeteries. Those damn Californians.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember when this hit, when my parents were trying this for the first time.
Really?
I remember having a sip of California Cooler, thinking it was actually pretty tasty.
They still exist?
I don't think so. Moose says they couldn't even afford new Coke.
A question of whatever happened to Mario Galeno and Jimmy Golden. Jimmy Golden is wrestling down on the
Okay, so this is literally we're answering letters.
Letters. We get letters.
And he's like, well, what's this one guy and Jimmy Golden been up to? He's like, well, Jimmy Golden's actually wrestling down in Alabama, and this poor guy here, I don't know. He might be dead. I hope not, but I heard he might be. It's so
Hilarious.
funny.
Jesus Christ. He's like Letterman almost.
Just write to the station, but please enclose a stamped, self-addressed envelope. Address it to yourself. Put a stamp on it. Do not seal it, so that we will be able to return.
He's upset about that too. He's upset about
Too
that
many
too.
years, idiots.
You fucking morons are sending in sealed, self-addressed stamped envelopes.
Jesus Christ. What are you thinking? I'll send it back to you. Fine. But there's not going to be anything in it.
Yeah, it's a no prize.
Is this the Candyman?
This is Kareem Muhammad.
Oh, okay.
Was he the Candyman too?
That was Ray Candy.
Ray. Well, who am I thinking of? The one that was in World Class in the Craft days.
Yeah, the Zambui Express was one of those teams that I never got to see really wrestle, but I see them in the magazines and I thought they looked fucking cool. And I got the gimmick. They're African revolutionaries.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But they stunk in the ring.
Yeah, I didn't give a shit about that. I was two big giant motherfuckers in camo. That's all I need.
Kareem Muhammad?
Yeah, I read his book. It changed my life.
Kareem Muhammad. Yeah, it's Ray Candy.
It is Ray Candy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
what you can expect at the Coliseum Monday night. Regular prices in effect 8 o'clock. You can get your tickets.
Ray Candy was also responsible for training Glenn Jacobs and New Jack.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Okay,
What a
so
combo.
wow, what a trainer, huh?
Kane was a good wrestler, actually. He's a great base.
I've made that argument before that
If
Kane.
that's the best you can say about him.
Well, that's it. I thought Kane was a great base and a very decent athletic big man.
Yeah.
But it was the base stuff because the best Kane matches was when they have him with smaller guys who could fly around him.
Like D-Bry and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was his best run was with D-Bry.
Well, that and before that, the team with X-Pac, which didn't make sense really, and had some dumb shit like his cancer kazoo. But they were a good tag team.
What?
I don't remember that.
No, when he talked with his voice thing.
Oh, that.
okay.
Okay,
I didn't
that's
know.
what you call it.
That's
Cancer
the
kazoo.
word for it on the street.
That's that's what Uncle Jimbo on South Park used to
Yeah,
call
he
the
had
next
one.
thing. Yeah.
No, his friend, the with the
Ned.
missing
Right,
arm.
yeah.
Ned, yeah.
That was funny. Kane, not so much. Kane, no, for Kane, it's the bad feuds year after year. But I mean, yes, he wasn't booking him, but still. I guess the Shane McMahon feud's so bad, it's good.
I remember at that time, I was really drinking too much, and I found that shit hilarious. Because I recognized how bad it was.
It's really,
and
but
then
it is almost,
they go
I
out
think
to
it is
dinner
so bad.
together.
Yes, that's the other one. That and the testicle
And the testicles.
electrocution in Vancouver.
No, he invades the hospital like.
Yeah.
I love Vince's idea for the movie that horror movie that Kane was going to be in, and Vince was like, "I'm an executive producer. I want him to have a 14-inch cock."
Yeah, right.
What?
Yeah, it was See No
Really?
Evil.
That was
Yeah,
that
and
was
See No
funny.
Evil. Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen
Yeah.
it.
We'll see you next week. Until that time, for Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye.
Okay, well, there's a little.
But now you're curious, Kelly?
Yeah, actually, I am.
All right, so that's the end of the TV show, but there's a little bit extra that the person who put this up on YouTube added.
That might give us a little bit of relief, is what you're saying?
Well, maybe I think it'll give you a lot of relief when you see it, Travis.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll feel right at home.
I think he's saying there's extra Lanny Poffo footage.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Channel,
guess.
yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, nice roundhouse. Who was
That's
that?
Stan Lane
Stan
with
Lane,
his fake kung fu.
Yeah. It was nice, though. Looked great.
Oh, I loved it. I mean, it was great.
Yeah, Kevin said he had to look, and it is Tom Renesto. He was the promoter, in quotes.
A great main event. I'm going to tell you about the rest of the card a little bit later.
That might be him right there, right?
King Jerry Lawler against Dr. D. David Schultz. We have some very interesting comments from the King Jerry Lawler.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate you having me out here and giving me an
So, yeah, there's-
opportunity to kind of tell my side of the story, what took place last
There's that
week
King
at the Evansville Coliseum.
goatee,
Some of the
crown goatee, for the Rebel Alliance.
They might already know that I had a Southern Heavyweight title match going against Randy Savage. Not just a one-fall match, but a 2 out of 3 fall
That's
match.
a
And I had
Adventures
already
of Robin Hood.
Yeah.
and we were in the third and
It is
deciding fall,
Kevin
and I
confirming
had
that
to
is
beat.
Renesto.
He was all ready just to be put away. And what happens?
So this is what happened at that match, or one of the matches. He was about to beat him, beat Randy Savage, and David Schultz came in to
Awesome.
beat up Jerry Lawler.
Savage and the title. And now I understand that Randy Savage has told you and the rest of the promoters that
And
he's
Schultz
gonna
is
get
not there.
Are they wrestling on
No.
a waterbed?
I know.
Look at this. That's one of those ones. Oh, don't they just wrestle on a trampoline? No. Well,
That fucking match they did.
David Schultz, boy, he's made quite a name for himself lately, hadn't he, Tom?
this is good.
He's real impressive when it comes to slapping around a 130-pound reporter on a show like 2020.
Nice.
And he's gone up to New York.
He's going to bring Stossel in as his
Listen to
manager.
this.
Where everybody says they got the meanest, toughest wrestlers. He's beat the Andre the Giants and the Hulk Hogans, the Rocky Johnsons, and the Barry Windhams. Well, I say big deal, David Schultz.
You beat all those guys,
You're
too.
back here in Evansville, Indiana right now, brother. That's my backyard. And I'm going to show you that you don't come in my backyard
Ha,
and try
pardon
to play
me.
games. like the rules.
Unless you clean it up.
I'm going to show you, David Schultz.
All right, so we got
They call the
Unless
king
I
of
give you
fame
Poffo.
consent.
that I picked
Lenny
up. It's a
Poffo
name
sack.
that I
whipping, and no coming in the back door.
Yeah. And
The
then
backyard.
what was
The backyard,
classic
sir.
ones?
This is a classic Johnny episode.
Hard.
Area wrestling
Yeah.
fans on Thursday, May the 16th in Owensboro, Kentucky at the Sports Center. The Fabulous Ones will be there also on Thursday, May the 16th in Mitchell, Indiana. Randy Savage, Constance.
He looks like a mobster, man.
Well, Ernesto? Come on.
Hey, he's gonna get shot in the eyeball like in
Yeah.
The Godfather.
Like
Mo Green.
Like Mo Green.
Yeah, Mo Green getting a massage.
Tom Renesto. Was there one statue of Tom Renesto?
Will be placed atop of a 10-foot pole. The Batten brothers will be in that one. Steve, Constance, and Tim Ashley, the PY Express, and Adrian
He
Street
dropped the
and
T.
Manny
The
Palmer.
PY Express.
Pretty young
The
Express.
PYT Express.
Hey, it's more my speed.
We have Jerry Lawler with
What?
us.
Once again,
Sure. I was
You wanna
one more
try
thing
that
to
again?
say.
Sorry,
Half of Lawler interviews at the
yeah. Thank you for having me.
2 weeks having be able to handle their top talent. That ain't impressing me. They must not have
That don't impress
Okay,
me much.
he's talking about Mr. T.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like, it doesn't impress me if you could take a TV star and put him in the ring and he could take on your top talent. Must mean your top talent sucks.
In professional wrestling today, I speak of none other than
Oh my
Hey,
God!
there you go, Travis.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ!
Wow.
What the fuck, man?
Dr. D, purebred.
Ugh. That is shocking, dude.
Wow.
And it's for heat. And this was at the time, and I'm not excusing it, right?
No.
This is at that time where it was like, oh, that's some shocking shit. Bikers did it just to shock people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
punks
Kind
did
of
it, of
fucking
course.
thing.
I mean,
But
now,
holy shit.
now he'd be a face in some parts of the states.
Yeah, no
right.
shit, huh?
Dr. E, they'd call him. Elon Musk.
Dr. E. Someone needs. Okay, hey, YouTube listeners and Patreon fans, we love you. Some of you must have Photoshop skills, right?
Yeah.
Dr. E, make it happen. You gotta
That is
keep.
crazy,
you gotta keep the
dude.
blonde hair. Keep the blonde curly hair.
Yeah.
That's
Have
quite
at
a
it.
find. That's quite a find, Johnny. We lost 5 viewers all at once the second that swastika appeared, but I
For
don't
real?
blame him. I don't blame him for leaving.
Really?
Yeah, kind of. No, that's crazy though, man.
Okay, here's what's crazy. He's cutting a great promo. I've never enjoyed someone this much with a swastika on their chest in my life, and I don't know how to feel about it.
This is what converts you. All of a sudden, you're mega next
That's
time
it.
we
Yeah.
start hanging out.
That's it.
Oh Jesus, Schultz.
If it's good enough for Dr. D,
Now we
it's
gotta
good
kill.
enough for John
Now we
Hedges.
gotta go kill David Schultz, Kelly. Up to us to save our friend and the world. That's crazy, man.
Look, they got the camera up finally.
Yeah.
Someone was like, hold on a second.
Still, you know, the point was made.
This was also when he was self-sabotaging his what little career he had left.
Right.
Well, he would end up in
All right.
Calgary.
Kelly,
Too long.
are you
There
ready?
you go, Kelly. Time to sing.
Fly, Eagles. Or do you want to start it?
Yeah, start over. Start over.
Okay,
Came too
okay.
quickly.
All
we,
right.
need to, we need to give some
Here we go.
context.
Okay, context. Yeah, pause it.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so last show was before the Super Bowl, and Kelly said that if the Eagles win, he's going to sing for all of us and
I
sing
thought
the
it was
Eagles
that
fight
song.
song.
I thought it was "Let the Eagles Soar."
No, that's what you came up with.
I know.
That's not their fight song.
I know.
I
All right,
could
you
have.
ready?
No, I'm just doing this one.
Here we
All
go.
right. And I like that it's short and sweet too. Let's
And
go.
then feel free to join in at the end.
I will.
Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fight, Eagles, fight. Score a touchdown. 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Everybody now.
E-G-L-G-S.
Eagles!
Yeah, we were right in sync. All right.
It's like a
Give
good
it up to
karaoke
Mary.
drunk. That's fine.
That's awesome.
Okay, dude, we had a Super
Congrats,
Bowl.
buddy.
Okay, my roommates decided that we were going to have the Super Bowl party. So we had a house full of people, 80% who didn't care
Aw.
about football and just wanted to watch.
Denise
the
was
commercials.
singing with us, you guys. That's great.
Oh, great. Hey, Denise.
Love it, Denise.
Okay.
Good to see you,
And
bud.
I was I was drunk and in my house with these people, and I was just like yelling. I'm like, beat the fascists, beat the fucking fascists. And like with 3 people who didn't want to hear me be shitting on Trump, and I was like, 2 gummies in, 8 beers in, I don't give a fuck. You're in my house.
He picked the Chiefs to win. Fuck. He's jinxing everything he touches.
Yeah, no shit, huh?
That's right.
Hey,
yeah. But the psych up call he gave the U.S. hockey team. Yeah. Yeah, love it.
Okay, so right now we're gonna dip into 1984 Mid-South. Bill Watts. This is right after the Memphis Mid-South talent swap. Midnight Express are just there, making an impact. Rock and Roll are about to debut.
It was lopsided. They also got Bill Dundee
as the booker.
Memphis got Rick Rude, King Kong Bundy, I think,
and 1 or 2 others. Yeah, it was very a one-sided trade.
Jim Neidhart.
But at the time, the Midnights weren't even a thing. Cornette was the second banana manager, and the Rock and Roll were like their carbon copy of the
Fabs. Yeah, it's true. At the time it didn't seem lopsided, but it soon became lopsided.
Yeah,
especially because of the Rock and Roll.
I think Watts might secretly be Daredevil, you guys.
If he shaved his head, he'd look like the Kingpin.
Got way too many layers on.
I'm standing here with Jim.
I love the
manager of the
You always have to do this.
How's he look now?
Like double.
Different outfits, yeah.
There is so much Bill Watts on this.
Look at, I'm 16 and a half, Mr. Watts. Jesus Christ, look how young
he's.
Cornette looks.
23 here, maybe?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Rock Hunter, who was formerly a great athlete, managed the Assassins. You're the first athlete I've ever seen, or first non-athlete.
Yeah, he's basically saying, other managers I've feuded with, at least they were fucking wrestlers.
At least them had pubic hair. You're a goddamn child.
Well, this was a slow burn to a major feud between Cornette and Watts.
Do not have to sweat. Why should I work for something when all I have to do is call my mother and she buys it for me? Do you understand that? Can you?
Well, sure.
Talking about his mother, calling his mother.
Oh yeah, that was the gimmick.
Like it's a flex. That's pretty great.
Oh no, that was his gimmick all these years. Was that Mama Cornette was financing his wrestling adventures.
Great.
Yeah, he was just a spoiled rich kid.
Yeah.
Well, like I told you before, it was just
wow.
You stuck with me.
Wow.
There you go.
A
suit and a mask. Okay. Is it great footage tonight, Johnny?
We're gonna keep on going.
Okay, there, Magnum, a young Magnum who was the apprentice of Mr. Wrestling 2.
Yeah.
Boyd Pierce in the most non-Boyd Pierce suit ever.
Right. Usually it's quite loud.
By the way, my mom said.
Now, can you explain just what the problem is?
And this is a great feud too. That leads to a big heel turn for Mr. Wrestling 2.
This leads to the Mr. Wrestling 2 heel turn, which then leads to Magnum becoming the top guy.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, wow. Like this, the 84 Mid-South is maybe the apex of the promotion for storylines.
Who says Mama Cornette was no slouch in the sack?
Okay.
I know from experience, dude. Isn't that Bolo that we just saw in Memphis?
No. This is Mr. Wrestling 2.
That's what Kevin was saying.
Oh, okay.
In a way that they ain't never gonna forget just exactly how chicken you are.
You imagine that pipsqueak calling men chicken? I think that man.
It's so funny trying to talk through the mask like it's a regular thing.
But it was.
This is what I do.
He wouldn't go to the White House for the inauguration dinner because he would have had to take his mask off.
Really?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Jimmy Carter's mom was a huge fan of wrestling.
Jimmy Carter of that movie.
Jim Carter. Takes a lot of balls to name that martial art after the man who boycotted the Olympics.
And we'll rejoin.
I've heard rumors of that group, but I am a man of integrity.
Okay, what we just
Sweatpants.
missed. Hold on a second.
I warned them what I was
What
gonna
group?
do, and
Bill.
nobody can say
Okay, hold on.
anything.
Yeah, Bill Watts, because they tar and feather Magnum here. Okay, and he goes, "These are." Bill Watts says, "These are the tactics of the Ku Klux Klan. The days of the Ku Klux Klan."
Yeah.
And Cornette goes, "I've heard rumors of that group," as if he's maybe in the fucking Klan.
Jesus.
I
Covering
mean, the
for Murdoch.
stories that Cornette has from his time in Mid-South are just crazy.
Oh yeah.
The fans destroying their cars in the parking lot every time, and
Oh, the
of course all
tennis
the knives and shit.
Well, the tennis racket initially was because he was tried everything. He had a little sailor's hat. He had a tennis. The tennis racket was because in Mid-South he had to fight his way fucking back to
yeah, right.
the
dressing room. Yeah.
yeah.
Look at this job guy on the.
I know.
Can we isolate him?
My mother and I have gotten together.
Yeah, it's like Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Holy shit. Let's go. Holy
This
shit.
is the
An
what was
ambush.
this?
Yeah, it's the
What
Red
was-
Wedding.
This is
Speaking
it.
of Game of Thrones. It's a double cross.
This was in Shreveport, Louisiana.
It's crazy.
Irish McNeil, is that what it was
The Irish
called?
McNeil Boys Club.
Boys Club, and there's always a fan in the crowd in a mask in the front row. You can see
Yeah.
him.
That was
That
rad.
was beautiful.
Okay, here we go.
We're gonna. Oh my God! What the hell are they gonna do? This poor man.
You'll see. Well, he's a chicken,
And
right?
this is the
Yeah.
Midnight Express.
Getting tarred and feathered.
Right at
Jesus.
the
Yeah,
beginning of
right.
Oh, this is what you were telling me was going to
This
happen.
is Southern
Johnny.
Wrestling,
Uh-huh.
baby.
Yeah,
Well, it's funny because Cornette and he's going, "You're a chicken. I'm going to make you look like a chicken because you guys are chicken for not defending those tag team titles against us who just got here and haven't earned a title shot." Bill Watts goes, "That's what the Klan used to do." And Cornette's is like, "Okay, so I guess I'm running with that."
Yeah. Crazy.
And that's the thing. I'm a student of American history. I don't think tarred and feathering was really much of a Klan thing.
I don't know either.
Okay?
I mean, it's
There
weird.
was
I
far
wouldn't
more.
doubt if it comes from some sort of fucking gross origin that comes from some sort of white
Well, from
supremacy.
my, well,
It
yeah,
went
but
way back into the
Yeah.
Civil War.
I mean,
I think-
yeah, I think it's
the Klan
something
were
more
the
than
Klan
just
were
calling
up to a
people
lot more fucking like murderous things.
chickens. Yeah.
And
But I know. I would
It's a
think it
chicken
would.
lady.
I feel like it would.
Chicken lady.
Well, gotta get laid. Gotta get laid. New gimmick. I'm just gonna keep the feathers on.
Yeah.
Chicken TA.
Chicken TA.
And his Magnum TA was there, and his shirt was off.
The only problem I have, Bill Watts, is when I want something, I get it, one way or the other. That's the only.
One of the
honor
Midnight
that I have.
Express once after a show went to their car and it was tar and feathered.
Midnight
Says
Express,
Kev.
that's all I care about. That's all I think
That's
about.
hilarious.
That's pretty awesome.
That's an
hilarious.
original. At least that's funny. You know.
Yeah.
you-
Take a look and Magnum TA were helped from the ring there. This is the boat.
It is pretty funny. I'll give you that, James. I will give you that, James. It is a comical image.
Wallering around in the middle of a puddle of feathers. Look at this Rick Rude, that guy trying to help him out.
There's Rick
Rick
Rude.
Rude, wow.
Young Rick Rude.
Okay,
Young
so he-
Lion Rick Rude.
He didn't
And
leave yet.
Poffo. Second
Yeah.
Poffo appearance
Hey,
tonight.
hey, it's double. It's DP. Double
Yeah,
Bravo.
baby.
Right there is a masterpiece.
The first DP
There's a man.
in MTT history.
Okay,
Mark the date.
DPMTT is going on the fucking list.
Their new thing.
Really late night
Get those
Pornhub
feathers out of
search.
wearing your broom.
Okay, Magnum TA covered in sticky goo and feathers is my Pornhub search.
DP. Throw a DP on the end.
Forest fire. And you may have just lit something that you can't put out. Later on, we had wrestling to
Sounds like he lit a joint.
Do you like my cowboy hat?
Watts liked his
Oh, pot. Yeah, well, Watts was a pothead.
Yeah.
Listen to their words.
Okay.
him and Jim Ross, JR,
Yeah.
shared quite a few.
Okay.
Yeah, where was
Hold
I'm
on.
dressed like McLovin.
It's Dan Blocker from Bonanza. This is this is Haas. That is.
Yeah.
We're too young for that reference, John.
But you don't know fucking
Oh,
Bonanza.
I know Bonanza, but I don't know if I've ever seen it.
I've never seen a full episode of Bonanza.
No.
Travis, you listen to the podcast.
I listen to the podcast.
That's what Haas looks like.
This is awesome.
Pluck your
All your
pubic
pubic
hairs
hairs.
Mr. Wrestling.
one by
yeah.
one.
I got tweezers. Hi. Macaw. He's like playing the gimmick.
Hold on, listen to this. This is so funny. 'Cause to some of you, this might be kind of humorous, but to me,
Yeah.
And this will not be the end
he
of
recognizes that he looks
Midnight
funny.
Express, Cornette, if you wanted my attention, you've got Magnum TA's attention, and now you got my attention. Let's see what you're going to do about it. Where are you now? I'll be up anywhere you want to be.
Screaming.
I can't put the titles up. Mid-South's got to do that.
Let
But
the
I'll see you
eagles
anywhere,
soar.
anytime, under any conditions. Don't walk the streets and turn your back because of this is some old medicine that should have been forgotten a long time ago. Tactics like this should never, never, ever be used on any human being on this earth.
Because it's what the Klan. Because Bill Watts told me the Klan did this. I don't know.
Wrestling too wants to
He
talk
had to
about
cut
plucking
a
somebody. Why don't
promo.
you pluck your partner? He's the
Cut a
one with
promo.
feathers. I don't have any.
Oh man. What a he's so comfortable already.
Well, Dennis Conley and Bob Eaton, the Midnight Express, are about the best candidates I can think of to play Smokey Bear on Mr. Wrestling 2 and Magnum TA. Now, I can tell you one thing right now. Up till now, we've been having a little fun. We've been playing around.
Because this was his star-making turn. Because he was in Memphis and he was like the understudy to Jimmy Hart.
Yeah.
And I've seen his Memphis stuff and it's fine.
But he was treated as a joke there. Like everyone he
Yeah.
managed would lose. You know, they kept joking.
Kevin
about
said
that.
it was molasses they used instead of tar.
Oh, of course. It's always. Well, that's because it's sweet and you can lick it off.
Especially off. It's, again, another late night porn search for John Hedgepeth, Magnum TA.
Covered in molasses and feathers. It's very specific. It's actually just this show. I'm just gonna be jerking off to this. I'm gonna hear your guys' voices.
But you know what $5,000 is to me, Bill Watts?
It's like those playlists we keep showing up on, even though it's the.
That's so funny.
What was that line? It must have been great. Oh, he said, "You know what $5,000 is to me, Bill Watts." And then
A phone call to mother.
A phone call to mother. Oh.
We'll be back after these messages from Mid-South.
Yeah, okay. I found a new guy who's much like classic wrestling stuff, just is gathering stuff together. Has some stuff that was like, ooh, haven't seen this before. And then I'm looking at WWEF house shows, and I'm looking, what's he got here? And he's got a lot of our shows listed on here. I cannot wait
only way you can get
I'm
'em.
waiting for the comments. But like, I went here to try to watch.
Oh yeah,
WWE. WWF house show from '86. These guys are just talking about Lanny Poffo's cock.
Well, from the
What do you mean it's
original,
time for DP double Poffo?
the original MTTs that I uploaded, every once in a while I still
Oh,
get
wow.
comments. Who are these
Good
idiots?
Baby
talking
Ross,
about?
Martin Prince.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, a young Barry
Wow.
Darsaw. This is Crusher Khrushchev after he abandoned being a hillbilly and became educated by becoming a communist. Because he was a hillbilly from the hills. Nikolai Volkov introduced him to Karl Marx, and suddenly he was well spoken.
Mid jacket.
Yep. And my
another Terry Taylor.
Terry Taylor appearance.
Yes, we've got. Is that a streak we got going now too?
Oh yeah.
Feels like it.
I'm all about the tailor-made man. This was an accident.
Hilarious.
Terry Taylor
We're
had
in our
the
Taylor.
best.
We're in our Taylor era.
Yeah, Terry Taylor had the best satin baseball jacket. That was like of all the wrestlers.
And we've seen a lot of good ones tonight. We saw that Kansas City Royals.
Yes. The Kings one was sweet.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just have to see if Terry Taylor can stand up against this Volkov, because Volkov is a devastating man.
Like Volkov's only going to be here for a month or two before he's back in WWF.
Yeah. What month is this?
I don't remember.
If you pull down the title, Travis.
My shirt.
Sorry.
No.
84.
That's January.
January 19th.
Yeah, it's January.
Okay. So very early.
The Red Rooster versus the Red Menace, says Moose. It's a hillbilly to be commie describes most of Blue Sky. I love it. I love Blue Sky, man. I'm a big Blue Sky guy. We're trying to get Boom off of Twitter more into Blue Sky. We lost a good 400 followers.
Funny, I only lost I think about 4. I don't know what that says.
There's the masked person. There's young Kelly Nelson behind the giant American flag.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Nikolai.
What is this?
Nice bump.
He's got something in his hand.
That's gonna be the bump I gotta do.
Ether? No.
Uh-oh.
It's like, I'm gonna turn you into a mummy in front of everyone.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh-oh.
This is just the KKK appreciation.
Hey, look, Terry
hour.
Taylor started this feud with Russia.
Oy. Jesus.
Terry Taylor came right up over the top. Terry Taylor is hammering away. Here comes Darso.
Yeah, we're talking over, but Kelly, this is also the height of Bill Watts never stopping talking.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. Are they going to hang hang the rooster. Hang the rooster.
Hey, look, Terry Taylor started
That's crazy,
this
man.
problem.
Did he? How did this feud start?
Well, now I'm doing a spoof of what Trump said about Ukraine.
Ukraine.
So.
Oh, yeah. Terry Taylor's a dictator.
Yeah, no, Terry
Against the
Taylor is
Red Menace.
Zelensky.
Very good. Yeah.
Oh, no, Brian Adidas.
Oh,
is
yeah, we
here.
got some Brian Adidas. It's not all sunshine and roses tonight, boys.
One of the worst pushed wrestlers of all time.
Yeah, he's out of Texas hanging around with Watts.
Who's the other dude?
Oh,
another satin jacket. Oh, that's Rick
Rick
Rude
Rude.
again.
Yeah,
That's Rick Rude.
Yeah. The
Baby
white satin
face.
jacket.
Was he still RUUD at this point?
It was ROOD.
Oh, yeah. There's so many variations.
Oh, dude, is this Mike Jackson that's still wrestling to this day?
Yes, yes, it is.
Dick.
The Midnight Express in quotations. For
I
some
know.
reason.
You know what I mean.
So-called Midnight Express.
Not in so many words. So what was this? Just like this would have been there.
This is like the master feed.
Yeah.
I
But we're not
guess
getting.
so.
Remember we saw that. What was that master feed stuff we saw where we see those like chalkboards?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
the
that was really old.
UWA from the mid
Yeah,
70s.
that stuff's really cool.
Yeah. There's we should watch some more of that. There's about 10 or 11 more episodes.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so
Magnum visibly uncomfortable.
well, no, because here's the thing.
Looks like he's got,
feathers
he's got a butt plug in that.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Viewers
Yeah.
are calling in, and every time
Oh,
gives
this thing is
them a
killing me.
buzz. Gives
This
them
thing
a
is
buzz every
killing
time
me.
they call in.
Okay, so the
I'm a big
Midnight
fan, Magnum. Bzz. Oh fuck.
The Midnight Express are going to be in the ring fighting some jobbers. The Magnum and 2 are contractually obligated to not get involved, but they're going to be at ringside announcing, and it's all about 2 telling TA that you need to calm the fuck down
Right.
and keep your temper together. This is all storytelling that leads to their feud.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a long
Cool.
burn too. I love the training footage with
The training footage is great.
very,
Yeah, you got
That's gonna be you two. This is gonna be fun.
'Cause he's teasing him.
Yeah, exactly. I get it.
Damn.
Are these guys thinking?
Hey, Roger Bond.
MJ, baby.
Roger Bond looks like Baba Booey.
I'll be right back.
Here we go.
Another sack of feathers.
Crooked mask, the lopsided head, evidently because he's got a couple of lumps on it. And TA, he's the one that's recently been plucked, I see. You know, hey. You feel like paying that $200, that
On
$2,500
yourself,
and
Terry.
just come
A
right up,
masked
baby.
Bing Crosby.
It was me and the
Yeah,
Express
that's
down
good.
there, and you were up here.
Good
I
way of
wouldn't let
putting it.
2,500 measly
I'll
dollars
beat you like I beat my kids.
You know, I told all of you people that they were chicken, and I told you
But anyway, you've got to see out there, all that are watching the training footage where they're practicing the knee lift on like
Oh yeah,
sacks
that's
of
great.
flour.
The sacks of grain. The
Grain.
sacks
Sounds
of grain.
amazing.
But also, it was part of it was two was having Magnum TA run miles uphill
Yes.
backwards.
Yes. It's great. The knee lifts are just so awesome.
Yeah.
There's that music.
Yeah. Again, look at them. The masked person out there is having like the best time.
Yeah,
Bok, bok, bok. Okay. The Midnight
referees.
Express's robe game here. Loverboy Dennis is good. Bobby Eaton's looks like a bathrobe that his wife put.
Yeah, it just looks
His
like he
wife's
stole,
house coat.
took it from the hotel last night.
Does have Bobby on it, but yeah, it's not the best.
Condries is pretty sick though.
Mhm.
It's that Hercules of orange and green motif.
It's not only built up in you, but now it's built up in me. He had no reason to say that. I appreciate you staying
Yeah,
there with me.
Marvel's Hercules.
Yeah, Marvel's Hercules. Unique look. I guess it's Kirby's.
Yeah, I loved it, man. It was like that last Thor movie, which was a piece of shit. Hercules was in it at the end.
Right at the very
post-credit scene. I was like, awesome.
I mean, I'm a huge Thor fan, so I did like it. I don't know if I'll ever watch it again.
I
didn't hate it.
I enjoyed it.
It was a
just-
mess, but it was kind of a
fine.
beautiful
Yeah,
mess.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of time. We're going to take care of these two guys, as you well know.
Yeah, Mike Jackson is like 65 here. I think he's,
Yeah, this was 40 years ago, so he's about 106 now.
Still wrestling.
Still wrestling.
Yeah.
Still awesome. That's another thing. Mike Jackson just was tiny and not muscular and just not in his era. If a guy with Mike Jackson's skills came along right now, he could be a star.
Yeah, absolutely.
He makes
I got it.
Bobby Eaton look huge. You never thought that.
Yeah, so what does that make Mike Jackson, like 5'6"?
Yeah.
Not only that, but to give us an opportunity to watch these men in action.
I've seen this before, I know. I have.
They're not going to antagonize me.
Picture in picture is interesting.
Yeah.
Because we're the people's champion and we're not going to embarrass ourselves or anyone else.
I think maybe the Midnights get a title shot if they interfere. I can't remember. Or they get fined. I'm not sure.
Everything they do is going to be to our advantage, a matter of time.
I've seen all the stuff where they break up, for sure. It's a great feud, great angle.
Well, they break up. He two turns heel, then two beats Junkyard Dog for the North American title.
That's right.
The
And
loaded
that
knee
controversial.
And
match
then
where
Magnum TA beats his former mentor for the title. And two had never been a heel up until then.
Not in Mid-South.
Not under the mask, though.
I think he'd been a heel in Georgia, but not in
okay.
in Mid-South.
And then he's suddenly on WWF undercards at the Garden. Like,
Yes.
What the fuck?
And
Like,
when he turns heel here, he becomes just Mr. Wrestling. And then there's a new Mr. Wrestling too, and isn't it?
It's Hercules Hernandez.
The future Hercules, yeah.
Kevin saying the masked man has a Doctor-esque mask and a shirt.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he was there every tape.
We think Destroyer had ads in magazines.
Oh!
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Is
because he
that-
sold his
Is that the shirt that Debbie Harry?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
That is Debbie Harry.
It's the only way she could.
Also
stay
not
in the
wearing
crowd
pants,
without being
like in that famous
grabbed.
picture.
By the
Yes.
garbage humans.
In New York, it would be all right, but not down south.
I know that. Just relax now.
1, 2, 3 in the Midnight Express.
Total.
Yeah,
destruction.
okay, Magnum and two have been bickering.
Wrapped off his knot, saying something about.
It's so great. It's
That's
just
awesome.
a
We never
really
watched this one again.
Great.
Again,
Great.
them
build.
just being mean. Yeah.
And it builds the Midnight
Another
up
flying
for-
pile driver.
Yeah. Boom, Mike Jackson.
builds the Midnights up as the top heels in the territory that'll eventually feud with JYD.
And they're brand new.
Bring Watts out of retirement.
Yeah. And this version of the Midnights had never been a team before here.
No.
I love Mike Jackson just off in the corner there.
He got spiked.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I can't let this happen to another human being.
What's the matter with you guys?
Coming for you. Oh,
and wrestling.
Well, of course he's
wrestling was trying to tell him not to go though.
See some $1 million.
Well, yeah, well, no, he's not going to let him get beat up by two guys.
Yeah.
Big backbite.
Two looks like $1 million.
Yeah.
Hey, Buddy Landell with 2 L's versus Mike Starbuck, the pilot.
Yeah, good choices tonight, Johnny. This is
Thank you.
Some really fun stuff.
I originally found a WWF show from '80 that had a lot of great people we love in it, but also had a lot of Vince and Pat Patterson. And I just don't feel like fucking talking about it.
No. We need a break from Vince. We need a break from Hoagie.
I think Bill Watts' look here with the red turtleneck under that is a look that needs to come back. I remember that look. Instead of a tie, you could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a thing.
Watts, are you secretly Daredevil? I don't want to talk about it.
See, when I was growing up, that was my hair part and style. That's why I was a kind of a geeky kid.
We will be Team Discovery Channel.
I had the side part in an era of everyone having their hair parted down the middle and feathered to the side. It made me an outcast in my grade school class of 78 kids.
Well, that's more than I think were in my class.
Oh, well, then you and I both went to very small towns.
Our graduating class was 216, I believe. Kelly.
In grade school?
But in
Not
grade
in
school,
grade school, I don't know. I didn't know
wouldn't have
Kelly
been more
grade
than
school.
78.
Oh,
I know they were split into two classes.
Well, then you went to dude. Our school was kindergarten through the 8th grade in one building.
Yeah.
In one class, a single classroom. That's how old Johnny is.
Yeah, exactly. We used to do our ciphering on little chalkboards. Hey, this is when Buddy Landell was first figuring out his fake Nature Boy gimmick.
Right.
And he was great. Watts loved him as a performer, but Landell was such a fuck up.
Yeah.
That he just keep fucking up. But Watts would always bring him back. He was the most because Watts was famous for fining his wrestlers. Buddy Landell was the most fined wrestler in Watts history, to the point where he was working to pay off his fines.
That's funny. But yeah, he was so good in the ring.
He was amazing.
But he just was so consumed.
We talked about it. He was he was cocaine, alcohol, the attitude,
elbow drop. Oh, but we'll see it here eventually.
Well, maybe this is young Buddy Landell. I don't know if he's got
perfected it.
The greatest elbow drop of all time, the corkscrew, elbow drop. We've talked about it a million times. He self-sabotaged his own career, and then at the end of his career, he gets a shot on WWF in '95 or '6, and then he impresses. Is going to get a job, slips on the ice and hurts himself, and that's the end of it.
He wrestled Bret Hart on Raw, didn't he?
Yeah, he filled in on a pay-per-view at the last minute, impressed, and got to wrestle Bret Hart on Raw. And he was like a jobber to the stars, but I mean, at that point in his career, that was like the biggest break he'd ever gotten since he'd been in Crockett in '85.
I'd like to see that match.
Are those feathers on the second rope still?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Those poor feathers. Those poor ring ropes are being embarrassed by this racist tactic of the Ku Klux Klan.
Hilarious.
So 1984 could be a fantastic year here on Mid-South.
Ooh,
that's prophetic.
Nice.
84 would be their best year.
There it is. That's a version of it for sure.
He
1,
hasn't
2,
got,
3.
Yep. He hasn't got it totally figured out yet.
But that was still
That still looked really
with
good.
emphasis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That's great.
Buddy Landell's corkscrew elbow drop is something I tried to do on Danzo in the backyard
here's
a
the
million
main
times.
event in any arena.
Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, Mickey Henry.
Hosted Saturday Night Live several times, I think.
Mickey Henry.
I didn't watch any of the SNL 50
Nor
stuff, and
did
I'm so
I.
happy to have avoided
I
it.
read a recap of it on CBC. That's it.
I heard a Chris Fleming stand-up about it today that was excellent. Just making fun of Jimmy Fallon and everybody involved. Whatever. I heard it was 4 hours. God, get out of here.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
Well,
He's
reading
already
the
feathered.
recap, I was thinking it had to be.
Mickey Henry's already got feathered.
Dave Meltzer or Brian Adidas. They looked exactly the same at this point in time.
Did I'm sorry, I missed that. Did Jim Ross call him the Wild Pegasus? Brian Adidas?
Maybe. I didn't hear that, but yeah, that would make why not?
What was Eddie Guerrero's name in Japan?
Black Tiger.
Black Tiger, yeah.
What was Chris Benoit's
Benoit
name?
was
Benoit's
Pegasus.
Pegasus Kid.
That's
Pegasus
it.
Kid,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I remember they were around the same time, right?
Yeah, he wore a mask.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know Our Lady Peace did the Benoit.
The Benoit?
Yeah,
And they just
that was
played it
another thing I
again?
read on CBC today.
They just played it in Calgary again recently
yeah,
for the
'cause
first
they're
time.
Yeah.
reclaiming it. Yeah.
They're
Apparently, Cody Rhodes is a big fan of Our Lady Peace.
Yeah, which is a shame. Because they suck. Well, yeah, I remember the album, their first album had a lot of great, like some stuff that reminded me of the Cult, like Naveed and
Didn't you defend them on
Starseed.
your Yours, Mine, and the Truth?
Can Rock, Crap Rock.
Yeah.
I descended their early stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always
Is this
get them
okay?
confused
Okay, is this
with,
about them going? You know what?
My
We're gonna
Mother
take
Earth.
it back. We're
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
back Benoit's
yeah.
song. You know what? You know what?
Yeah.
Don't.
Yes, I agreed.
Well, because the song was about
And
mental
also-
health
oh,
issues, so they
yeah.
want to.
Yeah, but also, who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares about
Well,
Our
that's
Lady
getting them
Peace?
some
I don't give a
love,
shit.
I guess.
Oh no!
That's
Again,
probably the point.
I couldn't care less. I didn't even know they were a real band.
Well, when you're American, and yeah, most Canadian bands don't seem real. I'm sure.
Oh no, dude, I was down with like Tragically Hip, and I knew everything. Never heard of those guys.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't think they would have made much of a dent south of the border.
What about that Tragically Hip open before the Matt? You didn't get to see that. Kelly, did you watch it? Before they played Blow It High Dough before the final
Oh, I didn't watch the
between the Canadians and Americans. It was awesome.
Yeah, I tuned in when the national anthems were being played.
When
Well, you guys got a slice of Our Lady Peace for that game too, because didn't
Chantal
the lead singer-
Kreviatsik,
Chantal
is married to
Kreviatsik,
Rain Maida, yeah.
They were
Where
they
she
married.
either botched the thing or like did it on purpose.
She
but
said
who
she
cares?
didn't. She say she did it on purpose.
I don't. Who cares? It sucked. She
What did she-
sucked.
what
I
did she
thought when
do?
she. I know it was horrible. It didn't even sound like oh Canada. at all.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's Ryan.
Oh, it was
Adidas
like this.
for you.
Was it like this, Kelly?
Yeah, that was-
Exactly.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Stink. Ugh.
It's like I don't know who
Wow.
sings worse,
Win.
Jabba or Adias.
Big victory, commanding.
With an inside cradle.
Dave Meltzer wins a
Kind
match
of.
very sloppily.
Oh man.
About as good as Meltzer would have wrestled if he was in that match.
Oh, we got some Rick Rude action.
Wow.
Yeah, young Rick Rude versus Masio Ito. Is that that's Mr. Ito,
I love
right?
that the replay is
I
the small package.
Oh, that's the only highlight. Yeah.
It's the best part of
That's
the
I'm
world's
world.
most
glad that
awkward head scissors,
Adidas
too.
lived up to his reputation. They lived down to it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Garbage.
Rush, who now is in AEW, when he was in CMLL, used the Benoit theme, which was always pretty gross.
This
Huh.
match on Mid-South Wrestling is one fall with a 10-minute time limit. In the
That's like Lego Man hair. You know, it pops off.
Japan,
Yes.
Masayo Ito.
Yeah, that's Mr. Ito, right?
Ito. Who is
Or
Mr.
he-
Ito?
No, who am I thinking of?
Ito.
Ito.
H-I-T-O.
Well, Mr. Hito was a Stampede guy. That's not.
That's
him.
who I was
I don't
thinking.
think it's the same guy. I don't think it's the same guy.
Okay.
No.
And I don't know.
I'm not sure who this is.
Kevin, you still around?
Yeah, stat man, Kev.
Yeah, he's there.
Hey, look at Rick Rude without any steroids here.
Yeah.
Remember, it's Ravenous Randy Myers.
Yes.
A little more slimmed down, but still cut like crazy.
Yep. Very
It's
much
kind of reminding.
very
Okay,
same.
And a little more, not as tanned.
Okay, my nephew has had a growth spurt. He's 14. He had his big growth spurt. He's all fucking legs, and he's been going. And for the last 6 months, 3 nights a week, he's going to baseball practice, and it's boot camp. They're doing boot camp shit, constant exercises and everything. He still is lean and doesn't eat, and you see him. It's that same fucking look. I was like, man, we need to spray paint your fucking spray paint your baseball pants. And tell you, do a little
And he
wiggle.
can cut promos on the mound.
Uh-huh.
For all you fat, out of shape sweat hogs.
You fat, out of shape eighth
Colorado
graders.
sweat hogs.
Now he'll be insulting the next town. Well, they're actually going to tour. They're maybe going to do a tournament in New Mexico.
All right.
Oh.
7 years of Little League to get him ready to go play in the most competitive fucking thing. Wild. So Rude would then
I don't
go
know
from
about
here.
this big guy.
Yeah, Rude goes from this to Memphis, where he invents his Rick Rude character.
Mm-hmm. And finally has the spelling
Yeah.
that we all know and love.
You know, he resisted it. It seems too easy.
Yeah, because his real name was R-U-U-D,
Uh-huh.
but pronounced Rude. And that's, I think, in Vancouver he wrestled with that name.
And then R-O-O-D here, and then
Yeah.
R-O-O-D-E.
Yeah.
That's it. And Rick Rude's getting choked out here.
Yeah, because he would have been leaving, so I don't think he
was
basically
never
a job guy.
No, he
anyway,
was
more or less.
He was like one of the Battens.
Yeah.
Kevin says this is the Mr. Ito who famously lost to who we just saw, Dave Meltzer at Starcade 84.
Starcade 84.
84? Mr. Ito?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he wrestled Brian Adias at Starcade 84. That's right. Starcade 84 sucks. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that one I'm not too familiar with. Flair and Dusty.
Flair and Dusty with a
just Smoke and
shitty
Joe
ending.
Fraser as the
Yeah.
referee. And Steamboat and Blanchard in a
Which is a
pretty
good match,
Yeah.
but I've seen the whole card. I had them all.
Yeah.
And wow, woof, 84 is rough.
Bill, we'll be right back with more action, so stay with us right after this word.
Hey, we're not getting one, but 2 sexy music videos tonight, boys.
Wow.
Rock and Roll
Lucky
Express.
us.
And I love rock and roll.
Yep. Which was the biggest song in the world when I was 14.
Joan Jett, yeah.
Dude, that was like the top of the charts.
I own the Mini Pops LP.
The Mini Pops.
That was a
Remember
song
the Mini
that
Pops?
was
Were the Mini Pops a thing in America? John?
never heard of it.
It was a bunch of kids who would
so
just
that
sing
was
the
just
hits.
a Canadian thing?
Oh,
I guess
no,
it
dude,
was.
I've heard of that like, recently, but
It
not.
was like, I think it was K-Tel. The most recent version is Kids Bop.
Kids Bop. Yeah, I know. No. I Love Rock and Roll was the roller rink song.
Huh.
So when you go to roller rink parties at the
Sure.
time. No, and then and then also like, what's that? You're saying, what's that? The Key Largo song. Remember,
Kokomo?
No. Key Largo. Oh, no, God damn it. I guess I am.
I don't know.
Making away in Key Largo, just like Bogey and Bacall. You don't know that fucking song?
No, I don't.
That was
I've
always
never heard that song
was
in my
always
life.
that was always like couple skate only, and lonely Johnny Hedgepeth would have to go over and play Donkey Kong while girls he wanted to hold hands with are out there skating to the Bogey and Bacall song that I thought everybody knew. Hey, it was a hit. It was on American Top 40.
That was okay. That was actually Rude's last match in Mid-South.
Oh,
yeah.
I just watched it.
Let's watch the Rock and Roll Express.
Here we go. And the rock and rolls are just arriving. Rick Nelson.
Amazing.
Yep.
Were
God,
they
he was
driving
only
there?
40 when he died, too. Rude.
Rick Rude was only 40 when he died?
40, yeah.
Yeah, he was-
Crazy.
Yeah.
And his real name was R-O-O-D. I don't know where I got the R-U-U-D.
Yeah, I thought R-O-O-D was his real name.
Yeah, that was his real name.
Here we go. Oh, here we go. Okay, every time they go to play, put another dime in the jukebox, just listen, just watch.
And this is all Memphis.
This is all Memphis, yeah. This is a Memphis music video.
That's a Corvette, right? Or a Camaro. No, it's a Corvette.
That's a wax statue
Looks
of
like a
both of these guys.
Corvette.
They show no emotion.
Their
There we
shirts
go.
are hypnotizing me.
Yeah, I know. Look like that Omnimonopoeia Batman villain's mask.
Huh.
Yeah, it's Corvette.
It is a Corvette. Thank you.
How would you know it's a Corvette unless it says so, right?
Martin and cousin Balky, says Moose.
My roommate / brother is not so much now.
Camera's
but
over here.
When I first met him, he has a resemblance to Mark Glenn Baker, and every time I pointed out, it fucking pissed him off. I'd say he looked like cousin Larry, and he'd get fucking mad. See, they never wore
All right,
matching
let's go to
anything
Denny's.
before. Here we go. Oh, this
You
is
know
where
the
they live?
password? You remember the
Jerry.
password, man? Fuck, we're locked out of our own goddamn house.
Jerry Jarrett's house, I'm
It's
sure.
got to be Jerry Jarrett's house. That's 3 times.
It's the same shot over and over.
This isn't Donkey. This isn't Donkey Kong.
That World War II Japanese flag shirt was
This
so
ain't Crystal
popular
That was a
at the
thing.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that being a thing.
This ain't Ladybug.
It's kind of
There
a
we go.
punk,
Another dime.
punk new wave look.
Oh, hello, Robert.
Matt, did you know there's a Billy Mitchell shout out in one of the Donkey Kong Country games?
Really?
Like they have like in one of the carvings in the wall, a guy's wearing a tie.
Wow.
The monkey's wearing a tie with
I
the
didn't know
American
that.
flag.
Nope,
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And they haven't changed it since they found out he was a fraud. Oh, they were at Graceland, says Kevin, there at the end.
Oh, wow. Really?
Pissing on the grave of Elvis.
Rock and roll, baby. We're here about your ghoulie problem. We're here about the ghoulie problem. What?
But he couldn't do it. I tried to hold back, wrestle to it, and I couldn't do it. And
I wish the Ghoulies were showing up more. I wish they were popping up behind Bill's shoulder or something now. What the fuck?
Well, they only come up through toilets, so unless he's shitting on the job.
We gotta go. The Ghoulies are here. See him in theaters this weekend. Come on, everybody.
Elvis isn't dead. He's undercover hunting ghoulies.
Yeah. Hey, man. They're
All right,
coming out of
man.
the toilets. Man, little man.
That's
Listen
where it
here.
all started.
Listen here, little mama.
They tried to
go.
take me down.
I've
Hold off on them big chili dinners, little mama.
I've been hunting the sewers of America, killing ghoulies.
Chuds, man. The government's trying to get your eyes on the chuds, but that's a
Tell you what, I'll
that's a
tell you what,
smoke
the
screen,
Chuds-
brother.
The Chuds are good people. Chuds are good people. It's them goddamn ghoulies we got to worry about.
Let the eagle soar. So he's like introducing that song. I don't know why. Who like it was in an American politician sang that song.
Yes.
I can't remember who, but I thought that was
It
the
was-
Eagles fighting song. for a while.
Right.
Okay, I saw. Okay, we'll see it in a second. We'll see this. I saw an AI picture of Justin Trudeau in a hockey jersey, like I don't know, eating or someone eating an American eagle or something like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I love the sentiment, but it still looks like shitty.
I know. It all sucks. It all sucks.
It all it all makes me nauseous.
Yeah, it all sucks.
3 times cheaper than major banks.
Why? It's the first time we've seen this.
Well, Trump had the greatest political comeback. Maybe Trudeau will top him.
Here we go, everybody.
Here we go.
What a moment. Got to watch this with friend of the show, Justin Morris.
I couldn't watch it, but I turned it on when you reminded me. There we go. When you turned it on, it was during the national anthem, and I went, I can't watch this. It's all going to stress me out. This is everything that's making me angry.
Oh, you have no idea how we felt.
And but then I got to, when I found out Canada won, I immediately went back and watched all that shit.
Bennington had such
What a
an
game.
awesome
What a game for Bennington, yeah.
Took so much shit. Good
There you
for
go,
him.
Moose. There's your answer, Moose. It was John Ashcroft who sang the song.
That's who it was.
But Moose was wondering who won this game, and here's... Fuck yeah. It's so fun, man. So wild. This is the first time in fucking years that anthem, the Canadian national anthem, has meant anything to me.
Didn't the guy singing it fuck it up? I think.
No, in the opening we were talking about Chantal Kraviatsik did. But I meant post when their arms are around everybody and that flag went up. Like I don't feel that type of patriotism anymore at all. But after this, sitting next to Justin, we were just like, fuck yeah.
Hey, you know what? You know what, Travis? You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're, speaking for America.
Thanks, Alex.
You're
Baldwin.
welcome.
Yeah.
That I could make you communist socialist piece of shit.
That's exactly what we're. Yeah. Don't threaten me with
That's
a good
why we
time.
wear red.
I wish.
Okay, the piece of shit part had nothing to do about your politics. That's just, you know.
I know. But yeah, what a moment, man. Just crazy. And this tournament, they didn't know if it was going to be like a glorified all-star game, but everybody gave a shit.
Okay, well, that's
interest in it until...
And as you said, Julia, the most she's ever.
Julia was more interested in it than I was.
Okay, I was listening to NPR today, and they were talking about how this was a huge hit, and the fact that all-star games are dead now. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. The NBA is a joke. The baseball one doesn't matter anymore because interleague play, and that this was a success in how to do it.
Yeah, but you can't do this every year, though.
No.
This was special because it had been, 8 years since the last?
8 years since like a best.
And that one was kind of forgettable. I couldn't even tell you anything about that one.
Yeah.
So
Kevin says plenty of Americans were happy that they lost. So.
Oh yeah, you're I'm one of them right here.
And with the political situation, the timing was just perfect.
It was insane.
Perfect storm of stuff.
Yeah. We got a couple ads because we had to include that, but
you don't
it's
have
worth
to go
it.
far to feel far away.
Yeah, great month. The Eagles win the Super Bowl.
Book your
Canada's
next
back on
weekend
top
getaway
of the hockey
with Verbo.
world. Who gives a fuck about tariffs?
All right, here's our main event. I wanted to find something that was 10 minutes short and insane. Hacksaw Jim Duggan versus Ted DiBiase, Texas Street Fight.
Street Fight.
From Houston. Now, this is technically also Watts, because at the time, Paul Bosch, who ran Houston, owned Houston, the entire city, actually. He would work with different promotions and stuff. And this time, he was working with Watts.
Yeah. Yeah, Watts
Here we
for
go.
a few years. He previously
Hacksaw
he
in them
was,
boots.
was with
This is weird that this is stretched
Joe
out.
Blanchard.
Whatever. That's it. Making the ring look a lot bigger than it is.
And this is a couple years before the famous tuxedo.
Which I
Myers
was
cage
going to
match.
put on, but it's a little too long.
I've never seen this, so that's cool. I've seen the cage match before, of course. So
Just two dudes at a pub getting in a.
That's the idea,
Yeah.
right? That's the idea.
Street fight. Interesting, a Texas street fight. I've never heard it.
Of a Texas street fight?
Well, yeah, because it's usually a Texas death match, not a Texas street. It's usually like a. What is the city most? Chicago
They don't
street.
have. They don't have streets in Texas. I've been there.
No,
It's all like
Okay,
they
you
call
couldn't be
ho-
a Chicago
They call them
street fight
horse
in-
paths.
Okay, a
Houston.
Texas street fight is where you wear a shirt like you're a dad coaching Little League, like
Yes.
the $1 Million Man is right here.
Street clothes. Yeah, I mean, you could have
They
said
both
like
look
maybe
like-
a Houston street fight, but that maybe been a
This looks like two parents fighting at a little league game.
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what I was gonna say.
Skandar Akbar at ringside.
Yeah, well, that's the craziest thing. We had these kind of fights in my little town because Little League is all we had in our little small town, and we also had an Akbar. It was crazy.
The guy, that old coach you were talking about.
Oh yeah, Jake the Snake Manning, the pedophile who never acted on it, so therefore beat people.
No, what about
the closeted gay pedophile?
No, I remember you had that assistant coach you had all those issues with last season.
Oh, that guy. Oh, don't bring that guy up. The guy who the guy who I literally almost beat the shit out of in front of 12 children.
Yeah.
Who I did eventually yell at and made him sit his ass down because he thought I was gonna rip his fucking head off. Well, the kid that he was berating.
Ongoing saga.
Yeah, well, the kid that he was berating was looking at me like, holy shit. Like, he grabbed my nephew later. He's like, dude, your uncle, Coach John, he fucking let him have it.
But
here we go. I wanted to do this to him.
Moose says this is Ted doing Randy Marsh. I thought this was America.
Yeah. This is the base brawl one.
Yeah.
One of the funniest South Parks ever, and the fact that Bat Dad was Vader was even funnier. The guy that Randy fights was definitely supposed to be Vader.
Colorado.
Yeah, it was definitely a Vader reference.
Get that shirt off.
I'm gonna take my
Let me get my
pants
belt
off.
off too. Time to fuck.
Now it's yeah.
What's the announcement?
He never got around to announcing it. Okay, see, as a former ring announcer,
this is a match. Okay, I thought it was.
Well, no. He got interrupted at the beginning.
Enjoy Ted DiBiase choking the life out of Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
God damn it! The match is going on. He had a job to do, and he fucking did it.
Blind punches. I love blind punches. That's a lost start. Lost start. Somebody trying to throw blind punches. You don't see a lot of those anymore.
You don't see stuff that looks this realistic yet silly at the same time, kind of.
Yeah.
But
it sucks that it's stretched a bit. It kind of fucks it up a bit.
I don't know. Doesn't bother me. Okay, you've mentioned that a million times, and I gotta tell you, doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, I honestly haven't.
I don't know if you guys know I'm a bit of a cinephile.
Yes, we have watched stuff that looks like a snowstorm is going on the screens.
You're not gonna like the quality of the stuff I'm giving you that.
Yeah, great.
For Patreon.
This is from the short-lived and awesome NWA Classics on Demand service before William F. Pumpkins bought it and ruined it.
Yeah, I've never seen this before. I've seen a lot of the Houston matches, but not this one. Because they're all available now easily on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, everything is up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh. There we go.
But yeah, this was like the Madison Square Garden of the South. Yeah, just great
Houston, yeah.
matches.
Well, Paul Bosch owned the city, so it was such a weird relationship when it goes into wrestling. He's not an NWA member.
Let me take my belt off. It's whipping. There's more whipping tonight.
It's a whipping night tonight.
The Rolaids are falling behind.
What do I like? Men whipping men. Blood. That's wrestling.
.org.
.org. .gov. Fire me, Elon. Go fuck yourself.
Holy shit. Look at that guy in white.
Yeah.
Fuck him up. That guy is into it, man.
Well, Ted betrayed JYD, so he was by far the most hated. Man.
And Duggan had just turned babyface here.
Right.
Been the rat. They
yeah,
were the
yeah,
Rat
the
Pack.
Rat Pack. Yeah. Yeah,
The
because
Rat-
this is '83, right?
Yeah, the Rat Pack was
Bada
Duggan.
bing. Ho!
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Duggan, DiBiase, and Matt Bourne, just swingers on the Vegas Strip.
Yeah. Swinging 2x4s.
Yeah. Oh, ring a ding ding, daddy.
Ring a ding.
Oh.
So DiBiase was obviously the Sinatra.
Yes, because
Okay,
of his
Duggan.
gift
So
of
Duggan
gift
is
of
Duggan.
sound.
Duggan's
Dino.
Dino. Duggan's Dino.
Yeah.
Duggan's Dino. Matt Bourne is Peter Lawford, right?
So there was, no Sammy.
No Sammy.
No.
Not in Mid-South.
Who was the other one?
Peter Lawford, Sammy.
Dean Martin.
Oh no, the comic.
There was one more that was.
Yeah, it was the
lesser
comic.
known.
Rickles.
No, it wasn't Rickles. It wasn't Rickles. Holy shit.
Inca Dinka Doo.
Yeah, I'm totally blanking.
No, he was a
Awesome.
comic and he was a legendarily piece of shit.
I'll find it.
I got it.
Was Matt Bourne gone by now?
Joey Bishop.
Bishop.
Joey Bishop.
Joey
Yeah.
Bishop. Oh, wow. Thanks, Moose. everybody's
fist drop.
shouting out in the chat right
Okay,
now.
we all Joey Bishoped at the same time.
Yeah. Great. It's a new form of gooning.
Okay, I have no idea what that means because I'm 54 years old, but I've seen that word like a lot lately. I think it has something to do with men being creeps. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
it's similar to
something along
edging.
those lines.
Yeah.
Like the only goon that I goon is Alice the Goon from Popeye.
From Popeye.
Fucking hot.
Mine is the Goon, the wrestler from the New Generation era.
Spotter.
Bill Irwin.
Or Bill Irwin, sorry.
Oh, take that, Akbar.
He don't know how to ride a bike no more. Go!
Boom! What a sell.
Fuck him up,
shit.
Axa.
Yeah.
This is the best DiBiase, according to good old Will from Texas, in that debate
Nice.
years ago on PWO. Was it Technical Ted or Brawler Ted? Brawler Ted was better than Technical.
That match ruled. That was 10 minutes of awesomeness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there.
agreed.
And look, Paul Bosch said, "Get the camera on the crowd. Look at this crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the camera on
And
the
you
crowd."
should, and you should.
And
If
this
they're still
totally
going nuts.
reminds me of MSG with the house lights being down. The same angle, too.
Look at that guy in red. This is the best day of his life. He just punched that woman in the face.
That was a great. Houston was a great city for wrestling. Well, probably still is. But when Bosch had
Get the
it,
fuck out of here. Go back to NASA.
damn Houston Coliseum, baby.
Young Pete Schermacher is in that.
Yeah, he could have been in. I don't.
I know
maybe
he's
he
in
was.
there. Only 20 beers in. This is
Yeah.
20 beers.
No, back then only 10. Yeah.
It's just 10.
I mean,
This
he
is
was
10
10
beers.
years old. So 10.
It's just 10 beers. It's 10. It's my birthday. This is 10 beers.
Best Labor Day ever.
All right, now it's one of those commercials ruin the flow things, but that's what we're gonna.
I
have
know,
on
I
a
know,
sh-
but
on a show this popular,
That's right.
Listen to the goose.
because there's
I
one
love
thing you
your
might have
choice.
thought I forgot,
But you did not.
No.
but I did not.
Yeah.
Can't break the streak.
The
The
long,
long con
con
continues.
Yeah. Boy.
Wow, what a fun show! Thanks
Yeah, it's a
again,
great show.
Matt.
Thank
Yeah,
you guys.
thanks, man.
And Matt, you any teasers or you want to reveal what we got coming up for the Patreon?
Yeah, absolutely. So tomorrow at No Fate, the inaugural show of No Fate. I don't know if you guys have talked to Travis about this, but
I saw it. Yeah, it came up on my feed.
yeah. So it's gonna be a I guess Vancouver's version of like a GCW. type of
GCW,
thing.
yeah.
So it's gonna be, I'm assuming a couple straight matches.
Aim
and
higher, aim higher.
then followed by 2, maybe 3 death matches. I mean, obviously with Elliot Tyler and oh my goodness, I'm drawing the Jimmy Lloyd. That's gonna go pretty hard, and then the main event's Tara Zepp and John Wayne Murdoch. So You know, I get to call a couple death matches, but in all of that, we have Mick Foley coming into town to do a seminar tomorrow, as well as a meet and greet. So what I did was I pulled a selection of 3 of my favorite Mick Foley Cactus Jack matches from WCW, and thought we would take a look at them tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy because hey, number one, Foley, Cactus Jack, my Mount Rushmore is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. And while I was trying to figure out main events for this, I almost picked one of the Foley Orndorff matches from '93. Yeah. And I'm curious if that's part of the list.
We'll have to wait and see.
That's,
you folks on the Patreon,
now that's worth $5 a month,
absolutely,
people.
that's worth $5 a month. Did I make Johnny happy for $5 a month?
And you can make,
hopefully
you can
we
make
get
me
some
happy a lot
Boston,
cheaper.
Cleveland vignettes. No, WCW Cactus Jack, that's a good choice because usually you would go with ECW for Cactus Jack maybe, or some of the Japanese death matches and stuff.
Yeah, so my
that's
first
good.
exposure,
I love this stuff.
my first exposure to Mick Foley is
This
one
song
of the
actually
matches that
kicks
you're gonna
ass.
watch tonight.
Yeah.
Look at young Killer Khan in the upper right hand corner.
Yeah, that's a young con.
But this is not Killer Khan.
Yeah,
This is-
why is Inoki in the middle of it?
Inoki got
anyways.
Stan Hansen in the lower.
Awesome. Thanks
right.
everybody for joining us tonight. This is
Thanks
a really fun
again.
show, as y'all said.
Is that Bob Backlund in the lower right corner?
Looks like it.
Lower right is
Possibly.
Stan Hansen.
Oh,
And
that's Stan
Hansen's
Hansen.
also in.
See you guys
with
in
Hogan.
a couple of weeks. We'll be back on a Friday show in 2 weeks. We'll see you then.
Again, subscribe to the Patreon. Leave us comments on YouTube. Thanks again.